Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Well, Argentina's on the verge here of doing it again. What could be yet another dramatic victory here in the knockout stage at the World Cup. We are into the time added on to the time added on. We're into the 10th minute of time added on. There was supposed to be 9 minutes. Now, Argentina did have a goal that was being celebrated, and there's been some players who may or may not have been hurt to take some time off the clock. But England has to go the entire length of the field here to try to get a tying goal. 2-1 Argentina leading. It was 1-0 England, and Argentina just started to shift the balance of power in this game. They scored from long range and then scored on a cross that was headed into the net. And didn't the English player touch that ball with his hand?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, he was just leaned forward. So, yeah, now we're just waiting for the referee to blow this one down. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe this goes another minute or so. We're 10-17 into time added on. Obviously, England desperate to try to tie it. Their goaltender, Jordan Pickford, made a couple of brilliant saves in this game, by the way, but Argentina just wearing them down. And Spain obviously awaiting the winner of this game. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, the comeback kids.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go over their knockout stage games once this one ends.
I mean, they're the New York Knicks of the World Cup.
Yeah, that is a bit of a comparison.
They just won't go away.
Yeah, and you said to me, Argentina's, when it was 1-0, you said Argentina's going to tie it. And I was like, no, I said they've been playing with fire too long. Great shot to tie it 1-1 on a goal. One of us, was it you or me, that as soon as the guy got the ball, one of us was like, uh-oh. And then he just fired it. Like the English guys just... They sagged. They didn't have anybody on him, and he just lined it up. I mean, it would be kind of letting Bouchard drill one from just outside the hash mark with nobody in the way.
Well, and you know, I don't know if it was on purpose or if that's what you do in soccer, but England really fell back.
Yeah.
Defensively, they just let Argentina have the zone.
Maybe there's some fatigue there too.
Sure, there could be, but you could just feel that momentum shift coming in that second half. I mean, Argentina was all over them.
It's got to be. There it is. All right, so Argentina wins, and they will advance to play Spain, and Messi is just thrilled. He didn't score today, but he would have got an assist, I think, on that second goal.
On the game winner, he got the assist.
So here's Argentina in the knockout stage at the World Cup. On July 3rd, they played Cabo Verde.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be one of the biggest mismatches in tournament history. And it went to extra time, 1-1. Like, Cabo Verde would not go away. Argentina in the 29th, Cabo Verde in the 59th, went to extra time. Martinez scores in the 92nd minute. Cabo Verde ties it in the 103rd. Argentina gets the winner in the 111th minute. So that would have been a 120-minute game. So they were really pushed by, what's smaller than a minnow? A tadpole?
A tadpole.
They were pushed by a tadpole on the world stage. July 7th, they play Egypt. Egypt scores in the 15th minute, 67th minute. It's 2-0. Argentina scores in the 79th, the 83rd, and then 2 minutes into time added on. That we were working that day. 3 goals in 13 minutes, and they survive. In the quarterfinals, Argentina has to go to extra time against Switzerland. So Argentina scored early, 10th minute. Switzerland ties it in the 67th minute, down to 10 men, right? And then Argentina scores in the 112th minute, and then in time added on into extra time to win it 3-1. So all these dramatic victories for Argentina. And now another one today, trailing England. What were the times of the goals again? They don't have it on this website. I'll check the app. But these were relatively late goals to tie it and then win it. So England scored, where are we here? England scored in the 55th minute. Argentina ties it in the 85th minute and then gets the winner 3 minutes into time added on. 90 plus 3. So it wasn't just that they won all these dramatic games. In many cases, they needed multiple goal rallies to tie it or win it. Who is this that they're showing? I don't know. All the Argentinian, or was that they're just showing attractive Argentinian people? Well, she looked like she was at a private
maybe it's a
box
wife or something.
Maybe it's Messi's wife or something.
Not complaining.
Yeah. And Argentina not wearing, by the way, Jay, the
stripes.
Your greatest soccer uniform of all time.
Kit of all time.
So there it is. They're showing David Beckham now getting a hug from somebody, not Posh Spice. Is that his son?
Got to be his son.
He did look a little bit like him.
Project Dumplings in the Nasty Chat says, imagine watching that game with Shakira.
Be fun. All right. So, more excitement at the World Cup. Just 2 games to go. One game, well, I almost said irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but bit of a... What would you call the third place game? An organized exhibition?
Absolutely is irrelevant.
I mean, I guess you'd
Who
sooner
cares?
say... Again, like we were talking about this yesterday, if you were a minnow, if you were Cabo Verde... That'd be a hell of a difference to say third instead of fourth. If you're
but it's France versus England.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that, I guess. Maybe some bragging rights, but still, it's like, oh, well,
yeah, that's almost a spit in the face, because both those countries thought they'd be playing in the final.
Yeah. Well, these were the top 4 teams in the world who made the semis.
Sure, but
so there. Well, I mean, look, if Canada had just lost this match, I'd be like, let's go for third. Like, wow, we're on the podium, so to speak, at the World Cup. Like we.
I wouldn't.
I would still want them to finish as high as possible.
Of course you would, but I mean, it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be appointment viewing for Jay.
Oh, I still would have watched. If Canada was in the third place game, I still would have watched and hoped that they won.
What's the difference between
but yeah, it's not a huge difference for these teams. So Argentina, Spain in the final. That'll be interesting because Spain rarely gets scored on, right? But the thing is, if as you've seen from Argentina, they cannot score for 85 minutes and then be fine.
They rarely score. They should just play the whole game in extra time.
Yeah, just tell them it's 10 minutes left in the second half.
That's their coming out party.
That's when they get going. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder what the questions will be, and maybe that's something we can ask Ross Ongaro. Is that normal, natural? What a manager would preach to their club to just back off like the way England did, and essentially let Argentina control the game in the second half. After that goal,
yeah. Well, they're just showing some highlights here.
But that was
that messy cross.
That was brilliant. One of 7 crosses that were pretty lethal.
Yeah,
that came through in that second half. They were just pushing the pace.
And the first goal, I mean, like I can't know what these guys are thinking, but watching the replay because who was the first goal scorer? Was it Martinez? Fernandez. It almost as if he got the ball, looked up, and was shocked that he had time
because they were backing off
to tee the ball up. It was almost like he's like, oh, I got to make a play here. And then he was like, oh, I can push this forward and get it exactly where I want it and then stride into it.
You know what I'm happy about? That the World Cup final is at the New York, New Jersey Stadium.
Well, just going to live such a beautiful part of the country.
It's going to live rent-free in your head for the rest of time.
Yes, it will. the New York, New Jersey Stadium. Hope you're having a great afternoon. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We're with you 3 to 6 p.m. every weekday on Edmonton Sports Talk, which is presented by Play Alberta. Benny Thompson is at the technical desk. How you doing, Benny?
Great, Reid. How are you?
Good. You're getting ready for tonight, which we'll talk about a little bit later on.
Gearing up for a huge show, right. Not just this one.
We found some new programming, Jay. We are quickly becoming irrelevant, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later on. Elks hosting the Lions, 7 o'clock on Friday. We will have this program from Commonwealth Rec Center, 3 to 6 Friday afternoon. The live stream will continue at 6 p.m. Friday with the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold Kickoff Show with Mr. Milne and Matthew Iwanek, and then they're on after the game to break it down as the Elks try to avenge their only loss of the season, once again taking on the BC Lions. The NHL schedule will be announced tomorrow. They did announce some home openers today. So we know that the Oilers start the season with a home-and-home against the Canucks Wednesday, September 29th. Regular season hockey in September, home to Vancouver, Friday, October 1st at Vancouver. We'll talk about this and a couple other hockey storylines later in the show.
Are both of those 8 o'clock starts?
Probably. I didn't double check the Vancouver one. It probably would. No. Oh, yeah, if it's 7 in Vancouver, it would still be 8 here.
Yeah.
And then in November, Vancouver's going to fall back and we won't. So then the 7 o'clock games in Vancouver are going to be 9 o'clock here, I think. But we'll see all the start times tomorrow. I'm not a fan of the season opening home and homes, but believe it or not, I have no input into the NHL schedule.
Well, better a home and home than what the Florida Panthers are starting with.
The Florida Panthers, by my count, participate in 4 other teams' home openers before having their own. So,
and on the West Coast,
they're going Carolina and then to California by the looks of it.
That makes great sense.
We're happy to hear from you this afternoon. And yeah, Jay mentioned our guest. I think this is going to be the 3rd time he's joined us during the World Cup. Awesome guy. A storied soccer career in Canada and in Edmonton. Ross Ongaro is going to be on the show at 4 o'clock. It is Wagon Wednesday for the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association and Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Greg Buchanan will check in. The Rangeland Derby wrapped up with Jamie Labacane winning the big dash. Jay showed me this awesome footage. He wore like a body, a GoPro, something like that.
Yeah.
During
a
the
lot
race.
of these guys were wearing the Meta glasses.
Okay, right.
And you'd see the person that is their assistant in the wagon before they get to the barrels.
Oh, nice.
It was pushing buttons on their faces. So I think that's how you started.
Amazing footage. Amazing footage.
Colorful footage.
So we'll have Buck a little bit later on. Words of the day, buying or selling for Damon Bunting, all our regular fun stuff throughout the course of the afternoon. You are part of the regular fun stuff, of course. If you would like to text us, 780-218-9999 is the number you punch into your smartphone. Maybe it's made out of foam. You got a foam finger phone. That is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. At Tap 25, check out the $21.99 prime rib special. Incredible deal. Prime rib special, just $21.99, 7 days a week, 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night, except on show nights. And it is available for dine-in and takeout. Go to rivercreeresort.com. You can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. You can also communicate with us and with your fellow listeners by posting in the nasty chat on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to EST if you haven't done so already, and give this show a thumbs up. Click the like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
We try to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. Once you've clicked the thumbs up, then click the share button.
Do you believe in life after love?
And send the show link off to as many people as you can think of, preferably everyone you know, and say, get involved in the EST community, be a nasty, come to the Nasty Bash. People can still RSVP to the Nasty Bash.
Yes.
RSVP at edmontonsportstalk.com. Just say you'd like to come to the Nasty Bash. It's no charge for tickets, but we have to have a count, right? Because there will be a point when it becomes full, correct?
Yes.
So we must be getting pretty close to that. I assume that Iwanek will let us know when that happens. All right. Yeah, look at this crowd in Argentina. Looks like a Def Leppard concert. Like, what a viewing party, eh? That's massive. 2-1, Argentina over England. We better get to the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The NHL schedule is coming out. Hey, Bettman, it's the middle of July. The only ice I want to talk about is in my old fashioned. The Footy Fest is almost over. Hey, they had that third place game. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a consolation prize in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? That movie, The Odyssey, is on the silver screen soon. The Odyssey is also what I call my brother-in-law trying to find his way out of the casino. I'm Chet Palmer.
Old fashions.
Yeah.
Has Chet ever referenced that's his drink of choice? I mean, that makes sense for Chet. Have an old fashioned.
An old fashioned has whiskey,
bitters,
simple syrup or a sugar cube, and some water.
No bitters?
Yeah, on the Angostura bitters, it says.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. I was agreeing.
And a lemon rind or
It
lemon
says orange peel
or
twist
orange peel.
or a high quality cherry. Though I guess you could really put in it whatever you want.
What's the difference between a high quality cherry and a low quality?
Yeah, not a rotten one. Yeah,
Yeah. These are not low quality cherries. These are the finest of cherries.
yeah, that's funny. Make sure
Are
it's
you a cherry guy?
Yes, but I get I get a stomach ache if I eat too many cherries. I love I'm serious.
That's very cute.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's very cute, Reid.
It's weird. I get a stomach ache
You'd
from
get tummy-
cherries.
tummy
yeah,
ache?
I can only have like
Tummy
if I
ache?
have some, I can only have like 5 or 6 a day.
What?
Yeah,
That's
because
nothing.
if I pack them away, I get a stomach. Like if I have like a dozen or 15 cherries, I will get a stomach ache.
Have you talked to anybody about this? That seems odd.
It's probably some weird allergy. I don't know.
It's probably an allergy.
Yeah, maybe
You're
I should.
right.
You're supposed to swallow them whole, right?
Of course. Yeah.
So, sounds like a drum roll when I'm when I'm emptying my bowels later. He's looking for a sound effect. There it is.
Oh, and the symbol at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
It was fun.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I do eat cherries properly. I do not eat the pits. But yeah, so remember Debagis?
Of course.
Yeah. I
109th Street.
Yeah, and it was 76th Ave.
Yeah.
I used to live like 105th and 78th.
The Bozzies.
So I'm
Fresh
like, hey,
produce.
I should go to this Debagis I keep hearing about. And I buy all these cherries and bring them home. And I probably ate like 30 cherries in a day. And then I was like, God, I got a stomach ache.
And then it was like,
So I don't know. I love cherries. I like cherry flavored stuff. But if I have cherries, I can't eat too many
okay,
of them.
but
It's really weird.
do you like maraschino cherries?
Not really.
See, I don't like those either. No, not a big fan.
See, they're showing that possible
Offside.
on the first goal. But they would have checked it, so I'm sure it's fine. All right. 780-218-9999 is how you get a hold of us. That's how you text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Those were the afternoon headlines for our buddy Chet Palmer and 100.3 The Bear. Oh, okay. Are we doing the off-topic already? What else do we want to talk about? Yeah, we can do it right now.
Sure, let's do it.
We've been enjoying the World Cup, and as my colleagues have found out, I love thinking about organizing tournaments, like fictional competitions.
Yes.
Or super tournaments. Like I'm going to take the 85 Oilers and the 93 Canadians and the 56 Canadians and the 93 Maple Leafs and draw them into pools. And I rarely execute any of these.
We could do that with NHL.
Yes. Is that what you're going to do tonight? What
No.
classic teams are on there?
Well, there's like alumni built teams, but you can also download rosters.
Oh, there we go.
And people have
That
made
people make themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our off-topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. Well, this was your idea. I think you should.
Well, we both-
it was more your idea. It's
Well,
a good
okay.
idea.
So if Edmonton was to have a neighborhood World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Who's in? What are the neighborhoods and what are the team names? And I kind of want to get together a bit of a
If we could get 4 pools of 4. And
if we could do 4 pools of 4,
Yeah.
then Reid will keep track
We
of
could
them,
simulate it somehow.
and then we could
ChatGPT.
put it into ChatGPT and
Yeah.
run a tournament
Yeah.
and discover which neighborhood is the winner of the Edmonton World Cup.
Right.
Okay.
Or the Edmonton World Cup.
Do suburbs count?
Oh, they must.
Yeah, neighborhoods. Well, St. Albert doesn't count.
Why
no
not?
way Periwinkle Village gets a team. The Dwarfland 7
I would
golden
like
coins.
to nominate a team.
I would like to as well.
This is a team that hails from the Southwest region. This is the Riverbend Cash.
Riverbend.
The Riverbend Cash money. Cash, whatever. Riverbend Cash.
Okay.
So that's a team.
Okay.
I also got one. This isn't a St. Albert one. I will nominate the Lymburn Flames.
How do you spell that?
Lymburn.
Where is that?
I just showered there a couple hours ago.
Okay. So it's west. Why the
It is on
Flames?
the west because Lymburn.
Oh, okay. I
The
got
Lymburn Flames. Yes.
I'm going to go with the Otwell Otters, just kind of for the alliteration.
Yes.
I'm also going to put forward, because whenever I go to this, whenever I'm told I have to, because I rarely go to this neighborhood, even though a lot of people live there and the city's growing or has grown in that direction. But as soon as somebody tells me I got to go to Windermere, you're like, I seriously got to drive to the middle of nowhere? The Windermere Nowheres.
I like
It's gonna
it.
be one of my clubs as well.
I'd also like to, just because it sounds good, nominate the Millwoods Marauders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's
The
a good one.
Millwoods Marauders. I'd like to also nominate the Beverly Historians.
Okay.
Well, it is historic old Beverly, right?
That's true.
And the Clairview Cadillacs.
I was gonna say Clairview's got to get in here.
The Clairview Cadillacs.
Is this from the text line or from?
No,
you-
this
from
is
you?
the ones I wrote
You have
down.
a lot.
Yeah. Ice Cube says the Millwood Magpies.
Well, we can only have one Millwoods team.
They're so big that they get two.
No.
In New York.
The Belmead Bombers. That's from Kevin Van Dassler.
That's his hometown. That's a town, not a neighborhood. Hazeldean Skunks. I like
Sure.
that one. All right. What else do we have here? Rundle Park Wildmen. I like this.
How many do we have?
We got like 9 already.
Oh boy.
Oh, Quinn's in the nasty chat.
Yes.
Hey, Quinn. Oh, what is she as a team?
How about the Downtown Darkness?
Oh.
Downtown Darkness. Okay.
Castle Down Kings.
Oh,
that's a good one.
We can't forget. We have Castle Downs. No, we have Clairview. Sorry.
Yes.
We can't forget about the Richfield Regals.
Where's Richfield?
Richfield is like Richie, 99th
Oh.
Street.
Oh, Richie is short for Richfield? I never knew that.
I thought it was Richfield. Let's see.
Okay, we'll compile some of these. We're getting some good ones coming in. This is going to be fun. Yeah, and then we'll figure out a way to. I know what I'm going to put in to simulate. I'll have to put it in a little bit later on. All right, 780-218-9999, River Creek Resort and
No,
Casino.
Richfield. We must banish it from the list.
Richfield. Well, we could have the Richie Royals,
Richie Royals. What about the
the Richie Riches.
Richie Riches? What about Strathcona?
Yeah, Strathcona needs a team.
Yeah, they do.
The Strathcona Spark? Oh, what about
The Strathcona Pub Crawl. Which is better.
The
Strathcona Crawlers.
Crawlers. The Otwell Oaks.
Well, I got the Otwell Otters.
Oh, Otters.
but
sorry.
Oaks is pretty good too.
Okay, let's see what else we can have.
Holy crap, we have a lot. Yeah, we'll have to keep compiling these. Well, Quinn Phillips is spamming my phone. No, she's not.
Richie
She
and
has some good
Richfield are
ideas.
separate neighborhoods. Casper 1990 says. Oh, this is
Where
a good
is
one.
Richfield? What is Richfield?
Richfield, I think, is where I used to live. In Mill Woods.
Let's see, Richfield.
Yeah, it is in Mill Woods. By like Grace Martin.
Okay, so we're going to include Mill Woods as the neighborhood, not sub areas of Mill Woods. But
Correct.
Mill Woods might have an advantage. They're going to have the most population to draw on.
Saskatoon Muncher's got a good one. The Bonnie Doon Loons.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Gold Bar Bullions. That's from Big Uke.
Hang on. Where is it? Oh, I have too many sound effects. I don't know if I have it anymore. Where's my bond? There it is.
Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Wow, there are lots coming in. The Griesbach
We might have to
Gators.
expand to 48
I
teams.
think we might have to. The Griesbach Gators. The Cromdale Cronies.
Putting you to work.
The Duggan Dragons. The Shaughnessy Serpents.
Where's that?
Shaughnessy is over here, northwest.
Shaughnessy. Okay. So we don't have so Quinn. Are we going with my neighborhood? I still say I live in Oliver.
Yes.
It's not the name of the neighborhood technically. It's Wauquintuin. Are we going with Wauquintuin? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Because Quinn said we could have the Wauquintuin Warriors. I don't know if my neighborhood's very warrior-like. People are like the gardeners. we're like the Wauquintuin coffee stop. But we should have Oliver represented. We should have Macaulay represented, or Stadium. What else are we? What significant neighborhoods are we missing?
Well, the Secord.
We'll have to take a break, and I'll start organizing.
Lenora.
So what's that? Oh,
the Lenora Gassers. That comes in from Tube Socks.
The Gassers. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a good. Now Quinn says the Wauquintuin Waterers. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Just like, oh, what do you do? I'm just going to the community garden. Just got a garden. All right, Ross Ongaro coming up at 4:00. We'll break down what he saw in the World Cup semifinals. Maybe get some final perspective on Canada's run at the World Cup and now what's next for our national men's team. We will talk a little bit about the Oilers' schedule. Jay's play of the day is coming up. Here's Ben Thompson with a sports update.
Argentina completes the comeback to take down England in the World Cup semifinal 2-1. The final is set for Spain and Argentina to play on Sunday at 1 p.m. It's a 5-game schedule for opening day in the NHL. Tuesday, September 29th, the Oilers play host to the Canucks. The Canes raise their banner against the Panthers, while the Habs and Leafs hit the ice in Gavin McKenna's potential NHL debut. From the Peg, multiple sources have reported that the Jets have avoided arbitration with Cole Perfetti, signing the 24-year-old to a 5-year deal worth $6 million per season. Meanwhile, Steve Yzerman is out as general manager for the Red Wings, becoming the senior advisor to the Red Wings governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. Yzerman will remain in his current role until they hire a replacement. In other news, the Alouettes linebacker Micah Awe is set to have a hearing for a hit he landed on Calgary's Vernon Adams Jr. last week. The sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game at Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More of the Reid Wilkins Show on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Best possible energy line that the Oilers could build.
It's funny because I heard you guys talking about it, and someone said, McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman, they provide a lot of energy. I know what we're saying in the type of realm. You have to have Doc on there, first of all.
Doc.
He's been the most aggressive.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron. On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring two of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said great job? Happy hour. Your boss said per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
So, what'd you do at work today, Reid? Well, I organized a 24-team tournament of fictional soccer teams from different Edmonton neighborhoods. Oh my goodness, what a job we have!
This is fantastic.
This is amazing. We're gonna have to do the. Okay, we have the 24 teams. I appreciate everybody's humor, but I have to get going on this. I got to put this into Chat GPT while we're going on. I can also tell you portions of this hour presented by your Edmonton Elks. Don't forget about the Elks Dog Days of Summer. Presented by Atco Energy. Lock in your tickets at goelks.com/tickets. And we're having somebody on to fill everybody in.
Yeah, tomorrow, 4:40, right here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Let me just recall.
But we want to, we thought
Karen Kondosky.
We thought that this is very fun. But as anybody who has ever owned a dog, which is probably a lot of people, knows that they are wonderful animals. But you can't just take a dog into a stadium and let him or her sit in wherever they want.
Well, it might be
there's a dog section, so we want to know the rules. Like if you're taking your dog, is there a special entrance? What are the rules? Where is there water? What if your dog is maybe uncomfortable? Is there someplace he or she can go to relax, or if you need to leave? Where do
they go to the bathroom?
Yeah, very important. Is there a way to? Is your dog allowed to attack BC Lion players physically, or only verbally? So we want to find out about that.
Can you race your dogs on the field after?
Oh yeah, Are the dogs allowed on the field?
Probably not.
That'd be fun. Well, it would drain, wouldn't it? If they urinated.
Think how much piss is going to be in that section.
That's a good. Oh,
I mean, just the sense alone. I mean, dogs like to mark their territory. That's not foreign to anybody that has a dog.
Right.
They're going to be marking up that zone.
Fired it out everywhere. Just away we go. So that's going to be coming up tomorrow. Also, I've booked somebody while we were on the show. Ben Schulman's going to be on the show tomorrow at 3:40.
What a great
Toronto Blue Jays play-by-play. They're getting set for it's beyond the second half, I guess, the post-All-Star break. I got confession to make. I did not watch any of the All-Star game. I'm sorry. I had a you're gonna laugh. I had a plant that needed to be disposed of. So I did that and just got doing other things.
That didn't
take long, but that's my excuse for not watching the All-Star game. It didn't take a long time.
No. You could have just said you had plans.
What's the Bonnie Doon team name? Oh, the Loons.
Bonnie Doon Loons. Oh, and we have to make a correction because the Kawentawin, your neighborhood.
Okay,
we've got to go with what Castor 1990.
We're going to go with Oliver because you can.
Well, it's just too good. I mean, Castor 1990 put it in the nasty chat. The Oliver Stones, I mean,
Yeah. How do you spell bullion? Could somebody check that for me?
like bullion,
For the,
like
gold,
stock?
for the gold bar bullions?
Oh, bullion.
I'm not sure how to spell it.
Bullion.
Bullion. IONS. Okay, gold bar bullion. Or would it be the gold bar bullion?
Bullion.
I wish you say bullion.
Bullion.
Yeah. You need a singular.
Yes.
Duggan is Duggan.
Yep.
Where is Duggan again? Is it by Bonnie Doon? No.
Where is...
Well, we didn't put the French Quarter in here.
Oh. Duggan is south. Calgary Trail south. Like south of Harry Ainley.
Oh, it's down there. Okay, sorry. I'm bad with my neighborhoods.
Just kitty corner from Royal Gardens.
Oh, nice.
My when I was playing Wildcats, that's where the party house was. A few guys lived together at a house in Royal Gardens on the corner of Crown and Royal.
So we also
I'm not kidding.
So we also got the Chappelle Daves that came in.
Yes, that was Big Uke. Very,
and
very
Chappelle is CHAPPELLE.
Well, the neighborhood is PPELLE. 2 P's, 2 L's.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna call it with.
Yep.
The Highland Hooligans. Though I don't know if there's a lot of hooliganism in Highland. The Macaulay Mischief.
I believe Trev lives up in the Highland area. Huh. He's a hooligan.
And the Glenora. What are they called? I can't read what I wrote. Who's Glenora? What does it say?
Glenora Gasser? Glenora Gassers.
Is that what it was?
I think that was Big Uke.
Okay. Are they gassy there?
Now, bullion, like bullion, like gold, not bullion like chicken stock.
Yes.
Yeah, bullion gold is the way you've got it spelt there. Quinn Phillips, Jay, did I ever go to that party house?
Yeah. We want it like gold.
I think so.
All right. Chat GTP is, I put the 24 teams in. Here's the draw.
Okay.
Here's the draw for who's in what. Let's hope this works. Let's hope this actually works. Okay, we got it. Group A. Windermere, Hazeldean, Oliver, and Macaulay.
Hang on, I got to write this down. Well, you're going to have track of it.
Yeah, this will all be in my history here.
Okay, so go through Group A again.
This might be the weirdest thing that's ever happened on this show.
We've done a lot of weird
Group
things.
B, the Downtown Darkness with the Millwoods Marauders, the Duggan Dragons, and the Rundle Park Wildmen.
Oh, that's very well dispersed.
The Group of Death.
Very well dispersed. I would say that would be the Clairview group.
Group C, the Beverly Historians, the Bonnie Doon Loons, the Castledown Kings, and the Rio Terrace Ramblers. Is Rio Terrace up north?
I think so.
So yeah, Rio Terrace, Castle Downs, and Beverly are all northern, and Bonnie Doon isn't that far south. Group D, the Riverbend Cash, Cromdale Cronies, Griesbach Gators, and the Otwell Otters. Group E is the Gold Bar Bullion, the Highland Hooligans, the Richie Riches, and the Strathcona Crawlers.
Ooh, very prestigious group there.
Group F is the Clairview Cadillacs, the Limburn Flames, the Chappelle Daves, and the Glenora Gassers.
Wow.
No, where's Chappelle again? Is it Windermere-ish?
South.
Like it's
South of
far
Ellerslie.
south? It's that one.
Like Yager Ridge. Yager,
so that one's
course.
all over the place. Clairview, Limburn, Chappelle, and Glenora. Now, are we going to put in the fields, or are we just going to tell the computer that all the games are at Commonwealth Stadium?
Oh no! I mean, there's
home turf advantage here.
Yeah,
but we can't in this because then one team will get 2 home games and so other teams will just get 1.
I would just say, okay, you've got Jasper Place.
Yeah.
You've got Commonwealth.
Yeah, we got to pick the stadium. So we got the JP Bowl.
So JP Bowl,
Commonwealth and Clark.
Commonwealth, Clark.
I mean, there's a pretty damn good one over in St. Albert, but that could be.
Well, they could go out like.
Sorry, do you hear something, Jay?
Okay, then there's
what McNally? They don't have stands though, do they?
No, there's
what's the one by?
What's the one by Ross Shepherd?
Yeah, that one.
Westmount.
What's that field called?
I think it's called Westmount.
Okay,
but I mean, we could use 4 stadiums because there's 8 or how many?
Well,
how many pools is there?
6.
Okay, so we need 2 more stadiums.
Clairview Rec Center?
Well, but they can schedule them all over indoor games.
Well, we could go Emerald Hills and Sherwood Park. And then you could go What is it? The one out in Fort Saskatchewan is really nice. Talus Field, I think.
Oh no, we can't go to Fort Sask. That's gonna
Can't force these people to travel like that.
Can't expect people to rent choppers.
Okay, so then let's go. Oh, Skona.
Oh, the Skona
Skona track.
Okay,
Skona Athletic Park.
all right.
Then
I'm so nervous about not doing this properly now.
and then J. Percy Page, because that'll be like a Mill Woods representation.
Do they have bleachers there?
Reid Fields. Let's see. Actually, there is a football field at what is a Southside football field for the Mill Woods Grizzlies?
I don't know.
Millwoods Park Turf. Millwoods Park Turf. Call it the Grizzly Bear Den.
Okay. All right. I'm going to print copies of the pools so you and Jay. Is anybody still watching this?
Reid, the numbers are going up. This is riveting.
Okay. I got to I'm going to be worried about this the entire show. I'm printing the groups for you and Benny. Okay. And for myself, 3 copies.
Can we get a play up at Pillowborough?
Try to print 4 just to be safe. Put one on Matthew's desk.
Might have to change Jay's play of the
and
day.
then I'll have to tell it. Now I have to tell it to make the schedule, but I'm going to tell it no neighborhood gets home field advantage.
And have you input the stadiums?
I'm going to.
This is really good.
This is going to be riveting.
That's really good stuff.
So, I'll print stuff. So if we need to start over, we can go back, or if there's a glitch, we can go back and input things.
We could have actually done.
I might have to go sit in the other room and do this.
Well, it's going to take a lot of.
We can still add stadiums. Okay, so the JP Bowl, Commonwealth, Clark, and when we get to that stage, we'll say the finals at Commonwealth.
Okay, but you could. I think we could have added the Victoria Golf Course because don't they play like cricket there?
Yeah, we can't have soccer there.
Okay.
So Commonwealth Stadium, JP Bowl, Clark Stadium, Westmount, the Strathcona Athletic Park, J. Percy Page Field. What do we call it?
No, I just said it's the.
Oh, sorry.
It's the
Millwoods
Park Turf.
That's the Millwoods Park Turf.
Yeah.
I think we need a 7th stadium, don't we?
Just trying to think what big schools are there? Emmy Lazert.
Okay. What's the name of their stadium?
It's not a stadium.
But we need bleachers.
They have bleachers, but it's
Emmy Lazert. What's the one at the top of the hill? McNally?
There's
Beautiful venue, though.
Okay, let's do McNally.
Well, no, we can do Emmy Lazert.
It's Emmy Lazert Sports Fields.
Sports Fields. Okay. This is... Yeah, Coob's like, what the hell is this?
Oh, here's our group.
Coob's like, what just printed?
Breaking news.
Oh, Coob's cheered for Duggan.
I like this. You know what? I grew up in Millwoods, so I'm putting my support behind the Millwoods Marauders.
Yeah, well, obviously I got to go for the Oliver Stones.
Stones.
But I previously lived in Macaulay, and they're the same group. How did Oliver and Macaulay get drawn? That's the group of Wilkins, Group A. I mocked the Windermere Nowheres. They're in that group. I live in Oliver.
Okay,
I previously lived in Macaulay. Now Hazeldean, I don't think I have a connection to.
The group of J is Group B, the Downtown Darkness. I hate downtown. The Millwoods Marauders used to live there.
Everything.
I don't hate everything. I don't like going downtown. Sorry. The Rundle Park Wildmen. That's where I used to play the Wildcats.
Limburn and Group F is what I'm riding with, baby.
We better take a break.
I don't know. I got a feeling.
Borderline insane.
It is, but that's great. I got a feeling, guys. Watch out for the Clearview Cadillacs. I'm just saying. I saw their roster.
It's a sneaky one.
All right,
sneaky good. Yeah.
Okay. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. You're halfway through the month of July. So if you have
not... Oh, my gosh.
What happened?
I'm so sorry. We forgot Foot Field.
Oh, yeah, Foot Field. That's fine. We can have
take
8.
off Emmy Lazert.
No. Lazert stays. Okay. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The July wing flavor of the month is mango jalapeno. Flame-grilled wings tossed in a bold mango jalapeno glaze that brings the perfect balance of sweet heat. Is today Wednesday? 69-cent wings every Wednesday, like today. at the Canadian Brewhouse. We will talk about the World Cup semifinals and look ahead to the final with Ross Ongaro at the top of the hour. Here's a sports update with Benny.
Argentina is heading to the World Cup final after rallying from a 2-1 comeback win over England in the semifinals. They'll take on Spain for the championship this Sunday with kickoff set for 1 p.m. The NHL has unveiled its opening night schedule with 5 games set for Tuesday, September 29th. The Oilers welcome the Canucks to Rogers Place. The Hurricanes raised their Stanley Cup banner before hosting the Panthers. And Gavin McKenna could make his NHL debut when they visit the Canadiens, or when the Canadiens visit the Maple Leafs. In Winnipeg, multiple reports say the Jets have avoided arbitration, with Cole Perfetti signing the 24-year-old forward to a 5-year contract worth $6 million annually. Meanwhile, a major front office change in Detroit as Steve Yzerman is stepping down as Red Wings general manager to become senior advisor to Governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. Yzerman will remain in the GM role until a replacement is named. And in the CFL, Alouettes linebacker Micah Awe is scheduled for a disciplinary hearing after his hit on Stampeders quarterback or running back Vernon Adams Jr. during last week's game. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at paramountflooring.ca. Jay's play of the day on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
The Edmonton Oilers home and opener has been announced. It'll be the 29th of September. And then they will also play in Vancouver, because Vancouver's home opener was announced, and it will be the Oilers on the 1st of October. So it is a Vancouver-Edmonton home and home. The Oilers getting what should be nowhere close to a playoff team.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Canada Soccer's men's national team for breaking new records, making history, and showing us Canada is a soccer nation. From local fields to the world stage, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron. On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring two of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit paramountflooring.ca today.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Benny Thompson is at the technical desk. We will have Ross Ongaro at the top of the hour to talk some World Cup. Wagon Wednesday with Greg Buchanan for the WPCA and Century Mile Racetrack and Casino, checking in around 5:20. We'll look at some NHL storylines with some very small parts of the schedule announced today with a home opener for each team. Steve Yzerman, no longer the general manager in Detroit. And we'll also talk about the Elks and the Lions coming up Friday at 7 at Commonwealth Stadium. We will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at 6 o'clock with Milne and Awanak, and then they're on after the game with the post-game show to break it down.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right. Presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. You have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, Reid. The major event starting, actually tonight.
That's right.
Golfers are teeing off tonight for the 154th Open Championship happening at Royal Birkdale, where someone will be named and crowned the champion golfer of the year. So I thought, okay, this is in England. Do you know the last Englishman to win the Open Championship?
Well, you did ask me this earlier, and I guessed somebody, and then I realized they weren't English. Mm-hmm. Darren Clark.
You're right. Irish.
And then I guessed Nick Faldo.
Yes. Sir Nick Faldo was the last Englishman to win the Open Championship. Happened in 1992. He also won in 1990 and 1987. This is the home course for one Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh, really?
Yes. Grew up on the west coast of England in Southport, which is about a 10-minute drive from Royal Birkdale. So Jay's play of the day. Any Englishman to win the Open Championship for the first time in 34 years?
Right.
44 years?
Because what years did Faldo won 3 British Opens and 3 Masters. He won the Masters in... he won the Masters... Was it 89, 90, and 97? And did he win the British in 87, 90, and 92?
Correct.
That's right for Faldo?
That's right for Faldo.
Okay.
Well, for the Open Championship, the British Open.
He won in
87, 90, and 92.
Okay.
So any Englishman to win the Open Championship that has been boosted to plus 370 over at Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you'll see all of those right there.
Okay, yeah. And he won, 96, he won the Masters. Oh, no, because Woods won in 97.
Correct.
He won the Masters in 89, 90, and 96, and 96 was the one in which who choked?
96, who choked?
We've talked about this. Greg Norman blew the big lead.
That's right.
And also in 19 was it 88? In 1988, Faldo lost the U.S. Open in a playoff to Curtis Strange. And that was those were the days in which Benny, you'll take it. You'll find this interesting if we haven't talked about it before. Because this was in place up until a few years ago. The U.S. Open was decided by an 18-hole playoff on Monday.
Really?
Yes. There was no sudden death. There was no let's do 3 or 4 holes. It was like, hey, everybody come back tomorrow. These 2 or 3 guys are gonna play. So that was one of Wood's most famous victories. Was it 08? When he beat Mediate
Rocco Mediate
at not Pebble Beach, the other one that's down there, Torrey Pines. Torrey Pines. They wasn't that like a? I think didn't they go to an extra hole on the Monday?
Yeah,
they might have.
That was a match,
and that was when Woods' knee was in quite poor conditioning, I believe. Poor condition. Anyway, don't get me started on golf memories. My goodness, I'll go on all afternoon.
This question. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
This question came in the chat from Duck Dad. Was anyone awarded a Peace Prize before the Edmonton World Cup tournament started? So we talked about it in the break, and there was actually a Peace Prize awarded to Gene Principe.
Yes.
The first recipient of the Edmonton World Cup Peace Prize.
Yeah, before the opening match between Windermere and... Now, I don't know if ChatGPT did this right. They gave Macaulay a game at Commonwealth Stadium. Is that home turf? I guess Commonwealth, though, you got to use it.
Somebody's got to use it.
The opening match has to be at Commonwealth.
It has to.
Yeah. Gene Principe got the Peace Prize. The pun prize.
Pun prize.
Yeah. Actually, it was the Peace Prize, like a pun, Piece, and it was a big piece of pizza pie.
There you go.
From the Italian Center. There it is. It's all coming together. Okay, we will talk about the World Cup with Ross Ongaro when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
This is a perfect example of when everyone says, you know what, just suck for a few years, rebuild. To me, this is a path to try to save for the Wings. Listen, Dylan, I know that you and Steve didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. Let's get a clean slate. Let's get you back in here and hopefully move forward. And if that's the case, I'm not going to sit here and make the case that, it's a huge loss for the Wings having Yzerman run the show.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 17th, Elks, Lions at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Dog Days of Summer presented by ATCO Energy. Bring your pup and watch the game in an exclusive section. Plus, find activities for your dog around the stadium. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Argentina has punched its ticket to the World Cup final after coming from behind to defeat England 2-1 in the semifinals. It'll be Argentina taking on Spain for the title this Sunday at 1 p.m. The NHL has announced its opening night slate with 5 games set for Tuesday, September 29th. The Oilers host the Canucks. The Hurricanes will raise their Stanley Cup banner before facing the Panthers, and Gavin McKenna could make his NHL debut as the Canadians visit the Maple Leafs. In Winnipeg, the Jets have reportedly avoided arbitration with forward Cole Perfetti, agreeing to a 5-year contract carrying an average annual value of $6 million. Over in Detroit, Steve Yzerman is moving out as out of the general manager's chair and is into a senior advisor role with the Red Wings governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. He'll remain GM until the organization named its new replacement. And in CFL news, Alouettes linebacker Micah Alway is set for disciplinary hearing after following the hit of Calgary quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. during last week's game. The sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood the Duke, locally owned and operated, serving the Duke and surrounding area since '93. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood the Duke. Ross Ongaro joins the Reid Wilkins Show right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon, along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We appreciate you tuning in. More drama for Argentina at the World Cup. They score a couple of late ones to defeat England. So Argentina against Spain for the World Cup Championship on Sunday. There will be a third-place game between England and France. That'll be on Saturday. To break that down and discuss who knows what else, we are pleased to welcome this gentleman back to the show. He's on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Of course, he's a fixture in the Edmonton soccer community. He's a former national team player. He's coached internationally. When I had a brief stint with the Edmonton Drillers Indoor Club about 26 years ago, he was the head coach of that team. Ross Ongaro checking in. Ross, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Jay. Hi, Reid.
Thanks a lot for doing this. We've been so pleased to have you on a few times here throughout the tournament. We love your insight, and you understand the game so much better than Jay and I do. So we got to get Ross on again after the semifinals. I think the big question is for us and a lot of people, how does Argentina keep doing it? And why don't they play that way the entire game?
Well, you guys watch a lot of hockey.
Yes.
Some teams pinch at the blue line. Some teams drop and block at mid. Some teams drop back and try and think they're going to defend the goal the whole game. It's all systems. It's all tactics. I was very surprised that England did what they did with 25 minutes to go in the game. That's not my style. I don't think it's England's style, and you cannot show that lack of respect for Argentina, the world champions, that you're going to sit back and defend your goal for 30 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Well, and my very layperson's observation of the goal that made it 1-1. Okay, they're showing it right now. The Argentinian player actually looked shocked that he had that much time. Doesn't somebody have to be out on him at some point?
So when the legs go, they go, right?
Okay.
So you notice the substitutions that Argentina made. They brought in attackers. England brought in defenders. Normally defenders stay back. You need that speed up front that's going to put pressure on the person at the top. Now, Argentina's not known for scoring goals from 30, 35 yards out, and they needed to start sending balls into the box. England had 6'4" plus players in the back, so you'd think that'd be difficult, but they had 3 glorious chances for headers that went straight to Pickford, right at him. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. But the first goal, you're defending a corner kick, he gets cleared, Messi just steps across and off the corner kick and just plays the ball to the guy, and the guy hits a rocket, goalie makes a save. Well, the exact same place happens seconds later.
Right.
And, Jude had tried his best to get there, but he was like a millimeter short. And that's tired legs. You just can't do it. And the shot was perfect. But you got to remember after that, they hit the post. And then what a messy service in the box.
Yeah.
Who scored the goal? Martinez, substituted, came in. Yeah, you could just see that the legs were gone with England, because when you're defending, your legs go. And they had nothing left. But if they would have maybe made some changes and put in some attackers, and then you would have had a chance to, I mean, they're not a man down. They're winning 1-0. Why are you defending? Makes no sense.
So is that totally the coach just would have signaled 100%. In, like it wouldn't be 100%. The players being passive?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's 100% when the coach puts 6 in the back. They played a 5-4-1 system, and 5 defenders in the back, and take off your forwards. You're basically saying we're going to defend our goal. We're not going forward anymore. And Argentina, you're not good enough to break us down. Well, I don't expect this coach to be around in England.
And this is Thomas. Is it Tuchel? How do you say it? He's a German coach. Yeah.
It doesn't matter where he's from. If you're going to play that system at this level, in my opinion, you're going to get beat.
Ross, are you suggesting then that this will be headline news overseas in the United Kingdom?
England will go crazy. England does not sit back and defend a 1-goal lead. They do not do that. That's not the English style. So I've already talked to a few friends, and they're going, there has to be a change. And for me, it's not like he's a bad coach. That's no problem. It's just a system. And if they would have won, he would have been a hero. But they didn't win. And at this level, it's about winning. And if you don't win, so yesterday's game, France and Spain, it was obvious Spain was the better team. France could not keep up to their pace, couldn't get the ball from them. It was like everybody knew in the world who the better team was. You don't have to be a soccer expert. You can watch the game and say, this team is better than that team. Today, England was a very good team. But the system they played didn't allow them to play their game. And then you allow Argentina, who wasn't getting any success, to all of a sudden play their game. A possession game in the final third with unlimited services into the box. Like, you're going to fall apart. And they did.
So you weren't, like when Argentina tied it, 85th minute, did you think England still had a chance, or did you think Argentina's getting another one?
The game was over when it was 1-0 for England. I had some friends over, Argentinians, and they were saying, oh my gosh, we're losing. I said, no, you will win this game easily because now England is not playing anymore. And Argentina's too good. And they scored the first goal. Then they hit the post. I said, just wait. There's either going to be a penalty shot, a free kick, or they're going to continue to create chances. They created 5 glorious chances in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, how do you expect to beat a team that's the ex-world champions by sitting back? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it made sense to him, which it did. But he put Radford in with, 2 minutes to go? One of the best young strikers around. Saka didn't even play. He had a great game last game. But again, it's his system, and he's going to be responsible for the result, for sure.
Well, it's funny you're making some hockey comparisons. I mean, there's a saying in football, and Jay played Golden Bears football. The problem with a prevent defense is that it often prevents you from winning. So
you can't score a goal if you're in your own net.
Right.
The whole game. Right. So if you watch the game at the beginning, you'd see both teams. It was an amazing game, like high pressure, high level, challenging each other. It was like so intense, but they were both going for it. But then at the end, it was like one team was not going for it anymore. They're trying to protect a lead. And you just can't do it. Not at this level. Not with the best team in the world.
Ross, you mentioned Jordan Pickford, the England's keeper, earlier. Yeah. Reid and I, throughout this World Cup, have come to the realization, or at least for us anyways, and I want your thoughts on it. But Jordan Pickford made a couple massive saves, positioned well. But is being a keeper in soccer the hardest position in professional sports? I mean, do you just simply have to guess, or is there a rhythm behind this or a way? Because it just seems like you're left out to dry.
Yeah. So again, depending on the system you're playing, depending on what kind of balls come in the box, depending what the referee allows, if you check every corner kick, it's like a war inside the 6-yard box. What's holding, what's clutch and grab, what's not. I mean, we talk hockey all the time, right? Because that's where we live. And if a referee calls every foul that's against McDavid, we'd be on the power play the whole game long. So once you start and you set a standard that it's okay to hook a little bit, it's okay to hold a little bit, and I'm only going to give a penalty when it's so blatant, then it just becomes ridiculous. And if you watch that game carefully on every corner kick, people are grabbing, holding. You cannot go to the ball. But they're not going to call a penalty because that would be considered, what, cheating for one team over the other, and they just don't give penalty shots very rarely on a corner kick because you're holding. But it's a foul, and the goalie's trying to work through all that chaos to get to the ball. And on any 50-50 breakaway, the poor goalie's got like next to no chance against these forwards.
Right.
And on a shot, now you notice players are not smashing the ball as hard as they can. They're placing it. They're technically so good that they can bend the ball. But he's an excellent goalie. Both goalies made some excellent saves. You could see when Courtois got injured for Belgium and they put in the backup goalie, and when Norway put in like the rebound off the goal, those goals don't happen with top teams. And there's only a couple goals scored a game, so if you give up one, game over.
Ross Ongaro joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. I want to ask you another World Cup question, and then I want to dive into maybe Canada a little bit and something else that you've done in your career. But let's look ahead to the final. I mean, I said to Jay today, this is, again, me just casually watching games. I was like, Argentina can't come back again. They keep playing with fire. So if it's 1-0 Spain in the 85th minute on Sunday, is Spain a different story with how they play?
Yeah, Spain is not going to sit in the defensive shell. That's not their style either. So if they do, I'd be shocked. But you're going to see an excellent final. Who's going to press the most, and who's going to be able to get out of that press? Spain has really impressed me the last 2 games. They're really improving. I think I just heard Capo Verde is the only team to tie Spain in like, I don't know how many games. No one, they've beaten everybody, but Capo Verde is the only team that's got a tie out of them. But they've improved so much since then. And Argentina just has this chip on their shoulder that they can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And if you allow them to do what they did against England in the last 20 minutes, it'll be tough, but they won't. Spain will not allow that. It'll be a great final. Talent beyond talent and pressure. Like, they are so good at pressing the ball and gray line between foul and not foul. They're excellent at it.
Okay, let's get some final thoughts on Canada. And I know you were on earlier in the tournament. I was away the last time you were on with Jay and Benny. I mean, Canada wins a knockout stage game. Awesome. Morocco, I thought they played great in the first half. So is the next, Canada's risen from, kind of an also-ran, now like top 30 in the world, pretty good. I'll ask you this, Russ. Do we have the skill? Because I watched the Canadian games, and man, oh man, we're a dogged team. And man, oh man, we could push it and steal the ball. But then I was like, man, we're not finishing. Is that the next evolution for Canada, or what did you see?
Yeah, that has to be our next project. We've got to develop goal scorers at the highest level. I was listening to Landon Donovan talk about the U.S. team and the Canadian team, and he was bringing up statistics. He said they're both seeded teams. Both teams had 2 weak teams in their groups. Both teams won the game they should have won, lost the game that they could have won. They've won their first knockout round, but then when it got to that next level, they just didn't have what it took to play at the next level. And there are so many different levels. Morocco's an amazing team, but we could have beaten Morocco. We could have. But then when you get to that next echelon of teams, when Spain makes France look average, and France would destroy most of the teams in the world because the level is so different between France and everybody below them. Does that make Spain superpower? Yes, but France is also on a different level from the other 46, 43 teams in the world. They're on another plateau. So if we want to get to another plateau, we need to qualify for the next World Cup. First of all, it's not going to be a given. But if FIFA goes to 64 teams, it'll be easier than 32 and now 48. And that's what they're talking, going to 64 or whatever. So if they do that, there's a chance that we'd have an easier way of qualifying out of CONCACAF. But you still have to score goals at the highest level. And yes, we work as hard as anybody. And we're as dedicated as everybody. We need more depth. 100% we need more depth. We can't rely on only 11 players. Our injuries hurt, and that's because of depth, where you can have France, Spain, Argentina, England. They can put 2 full lineups out there, and they would be very, very similar. We cannot do that. We need our top 11 players to be fit, or we're not going to be competitive world stage. But that next group of players, those 5 that go in, have to be the same level as your starters. And we got to score goals. I mean, we've got some better strikers now than we used to have, but at the same time, they're not at the same level as strikers from other countries.
So, I mean, you referenced the English coaching today. Can Marsh coach more offense out of the team, or is this a development thing in the country where we've taken a step forward in soccer? Now at the development level, we got to take another step forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so no, he's done a great job. He's got, I think, the most out of his players, but you just got to ask yourself, and they do that comparison on TV all the time, the value of the players from Congo compared to the value of the players from France. What's this player worth? What's that goalie worth? What's the defender worth? What's the forward? And you go through the list, right? And you see, what is the total value of our players? The value of your players represents where do they play? At what level do they play? Because if you're playing in a 3rd division, Scotland or England or Italy or wherever, you're only worth $100,000. Whereas the other players are worth $100 million. Why? Because someone will buy you if you're good enough.
Right.
Right? So we have a salary cap in hockey. You can only take so many players at a certain level. And you got to fill in with the other one, the journeymen, the people that are going to keep you afloat when it gets tough. But you need those stars to get you through the first round, second round of the playoffs. You're not going to rely on just journeymen. So do we have those players? We have a couple that are now playing in the higher levels, which is great. But are any of our players top players in a top league? No.
Right. Okay.
So if they're not a top player in a top league, how can you play against a country that has 6 or 7 top players in a top league?
Right.
And all of these countries in the top 10 have all their players playing at the highest level. So they're used to playing at that level. So how do we get our players at that next level? Well, the players that are there now need to start scoring goals at the next level so that they can have more confidence in a Canadian player, that they could maybe take a player from Canada and put them on the 2nd or 3rd team and then let them develop there and work up. Because playing in the Canadian Professional Soccer League is great, but that will not prepare you for the World Cup or the World Cup team. Playing in the MLS is great, but players in the MLS, other than Messi, who has been from the MLS that has become a star in this World Cup? And Messi is Messi. I mean, we can't even compare him to anybody. He's unbelievable, right? So the rest of those players in the MLS, who made an impact? I can't think of anybody who made an impact out of the MLS in this World Cup other than Messi.
Right.
But if you go through every league in Europe or South America and find the best players, they're the best players on the field in the World Cup.
Ross Ongaro joining us here. Sorry, Ross. Didn't mean to cut you off.
That's what we need.
So the 2030 World Cup, it's going to be hosted by Morocco, Portugal, Spain. How much turnover is there going to be from the team, Canada, that every Canadian got behind this year in Canada here in North America, compared to the 2030 World Cup? Is there? Do you see a lot of changes coming, or is it going to be mostly the same lineup?
Yeah. If you take your lineup and you look at like Larea, I think he's 31. You look at some of their top players, they're in their 30s. By the time you're 34, 35, that's pretty tough to keep going at that level. Very few players can play at that highest level when they're, pushing 35. That gets very, very difficult. So you've got to rely on the players right now that are 28 to 32 max. And if you go through our roster and look at that, we got to look at our U19 boys. Where are they at on the world standings? Our U16 boys. And that's where you got to start trying to find one or two players from that U19 team that potentially can start playing in Europe for the next 3 years, who could step into our lineup and give us something. But that's the normal pathway. And if we don't look back and see where our players came from, we don't know where we're going to be going.
So like, you're pretty plugged into it. Like, how do you feel that we can stay at this level and get better? I mean, the country would have gone nuts if we would have made a quarterfinal. Like, that would have been incredible, you know?
Yeah. So we say always that, we got to produce more players. It's not more players. You got to produce high quality players. I mean, when we're talking about community soccer or the local club soccer, it's numbers. It's, get everybody participation. But the national team is not looking for thousands of players. They're looking for a select group of players. To make that national team, you need a lot of players playing at a high level, going through the attrition and just finding out who can handle it and who gets to that next plateau as a player. And we need, players developing in a league that will allow them to become the next stars of our teams.
Okay.
If you're just locally, you're not going to get there.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I mean, you're like, I introed you. I mean, I was lucky enough to be part of the same organization as you and saw how you coach and your passion. I know you've done a lot of great stuff. I guess I want to ask, and I think you'll know what I'm getting at, but maybe you'll tell me I'm looking at it wrong, which is fine. But like, do we have the coaching? Like, if you're coaching a team, whether you go and coach your U8 neighborhood team or whether you have to coach pros, you can do it and you can make players better. Sometimes with soccer, it's like, in the past, I think it's like, well, we need a coach. So the dad who's never played the game reads a textbook or watches a 5-minute YouTube video, you mentioned hockey, like Jason Chimera played in the NHL. Like, he's coaching his kids through their teen years. Okay, so do we have the coaches, right?
Yeah. Let me flip the table and ask you a question. Do you think that in hockey in Canada, which produces some of the best players in the world, that AAA hockey is coached by a parent?
No. They have coaches. Yes. Right.
Players who have played at a very high level. The highest clubs in Canada across AAA, when you go juniors, these are all professional hockey players that have coaching abilities that are coaching. Now, there's a big dilemma. Do you have to play the game to be a good coach? Do you have to be a good coach? You don't have to play. You can have that debate all the time. But if you've never been there, for me, my opinion, if you've never been on the field, on the ice, you haven't experienced what it takes to go and get to that next level, how are you supposed to teach someone to get to that next level? I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, did they read a book? Did they watch a video? How do you take a situation and just tell the players what to do if you have not experienced that before in your life? So I have this debate a lot with a lot of different people, and they say, oh, no, you don't have to play the game. You can be a really good coach. You can be a really good teacher, but how do you become a good teacher? It's your experiences in the classroom, not the 4 years at university. University, 4 years is a waste of time. When you do your student teaching, your practicum, your first year of teaching, your first year of coaching, that's where you learn. You start to understand how kids actually think and how you can make them do more than what they're able to do. And as a coach, boy, how many times did I rely on what my coaches did to me so that I didn't do that? Or what they did so that I would do that? And then how could I make it better? And how did I feel when I was injured and I had to play? How do I feel when I'm telling a player, you're still good, you can do it? Well, I've been there, I've done it. Or, no, you're not playing anymore, you just got hit in the head. I played unconscious for 45 minutes. I'm not putting you through that. Get off the field. So as a coach, do we have enough professional players that are coaches now in Canada? No, we don't. Not in soccer. We still have communities and club coaches being coached by parents who do the best job they can. I'm not saying anything about it. That's unbelievable. But do they understand the game? Can they analyze the game? Can they change a system within the game? Can they understand that the players are playing a system that's actually going to help us get beat, not win? But an ex-player can easily identify it. They know what system the other team is playing because they played the systems. They understand it. They understand the pros and cons of that system. So I said England should never have sat back. It's easy to flip the coin and say, oh, but if you push forward, then Argentina's going to score in a counterattack. Sure, they could, but if you never attack, you have zero chance of scoring.
Right.
Right? It doesn't make sense to me that you're going to win 1-0 with 30 minutes to go against Argentina, and you're going to defend in the box for 30 minutes. Like, it sounds so simple, but so many coaches do it. Did you watch the game halftime? So I'm a big crazy nut about statistics. That was my job with FIFA for 15 years. So on a center kickoff, how many teams go backwards? Never. They go back one step, but they go forward, and everybody moves, because if you lose the ball in the final third, that's okay. In hockey, if you forecheck and lose the puck in their end, they can't score.
Right.
Right? But if you pass the puck back and go behind your net and then try to come out and then circle and pass to your goalie and then get it back and they steal it, well, now you're in your defensive third and you've given them a chance to score. Well, what happened today? They had the ball, they went back, they passed, out of bounds, the other team gets the ball in your final third. Even at the highest level, they do it. But we have this happening all the time in our local soccer scenes. Mistakes. Like, what are the statistics? Why would you not go forward when you just got scored on? The other team is psychologically pumped.
Right.
And you're going to go back and give them a chance to come at you? So the psychology part of the game, the tactical part of the game, someone who's played the game understands it. And that's what we need to do, is get a lot of our ex-MLS players to come back and start coaching our U19, 18, 17s all the way down, but also in our academies. And they do, between Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto. Their academies are coached by ex-players, which is fantastic. And then you go down to the next level of club. Those are coached by high-level coaches and players, but that's a small portion of our population.
Ross, this is incredible. I
want you to coach us.
With, yeah, you could coach us.
Yeah, I want to run through a brick wall right now.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. Hey, thanks for being so generous. I definitely owe you a coffee or two. We should try to get together someday and
get him in studio.
Catch up and shoot the breeze. We'll bring you here someday, and then we can take you for lunch or take you for lunch beforehand. But quickly, are you picking Spain? It sounded like you're picking Spain.
You know what? Spain has impressed me so much, but Argentina they have Messi, man. They're unbelievable. He's a legend to be the final chapter, maybe go down with another World Cup. No one can ever say there's a question who the best player in the world is. Who can replace him? I don't know. I hope it's a good game. Today was a great game until the last 25 minutes. It was a great game, the best game. But who am I going to pick? Gosh, I don't gamble, so I don't know, but I'll give you a prediction. Spain 2-1.
Okay. Ross, thank you so much. Glad you're doing well. We'll talk to you soon. I really appreciate it. This was incredible. Thank you.
Always good, Jay. See you guys. See you, Reid. Bye-bye.
Right on. Ross Ongaro checking in. My goodness, that was good. Like, first of all, the breakdown of the semis, and then, you know, we don't want this to be the best we ever did at the Men's World Cup. We don't want to be 20 years from now. Jay and I are out in the pasture that Dustin has dropped us off in.
Right.
And we're like, remember when we got to talk about that one time Canada won a knockout game? So he said it, like, these high-end players need to coach the current high-end players, or wherever they are, need to coach the next generation of high-end players. Because that's true. I mean, you got the next Alphonso Davies, and you and me volunteer to coach him. Hey, you're pretty good. I guess just get this guy the ball, as opposed to like, okay, here's what we're going to do.
I really appreciated what he had to say about the state of coaching, and that, you know what, I can go get a binder and become a level 4 football coach or a level 4 soccer coach reading things.
Yeah.
Okay. But that doesn't really give you the preparation necessary for in the middle of the battle.
Right.
And, you know, unless you've really been there, unless you've been in those moments. So it is, but do we even have a plethora of players that could give back to the community? To the soccer
I don't know. And I mean, high end doesn't necessarily mean you have to be on Canada's World Cup team. But if you played somewhere,
youth sports or played like higher level
soccer for sure. But I like that was really good how he put that. It's because we talk about, there's more people than ever in minor soccer and minor basketball. Well, that's great.
Yeah,
but
who's pushing
who's identifying the high end kids at relatively early, and then filtering them along and training them, right, and actually driving them to the next level.
The analogy he used of like teaching, you go to university for 4 years, but like you still like that doesn't necessarily qualify you as a teacher. It's that practicum and being a student teacher in your first year teaching is where you really get to sink your teeth in, right? It's the same thing for broadcasting school here. Like you can do as much studying for as you want until you get your self in front of a mic.
That was a great interview with Ross. We'll talk more about that in buying or selling coming up. We got the oil understood for GCL Diesel. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Remember, afternoons just got a serious upgrade at the Canadian Brewhouse. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. Make the smart move and head to the Canadian Brewhouse. Here's Benny.
Argentina is off to the World Cup final after erasing an early deficit to beat England 2-1 in the semifinals. They'll meet Spain in Sunday's championship match with kickoff set for 1 p.m. The NHL has released its opening night schedule featuring 5 games on Tuesday, September 29th. The Oilers open the season at home against the Canucks. The Hurricanes will raise their Stanley Cup banner before hosting the Panthers. And all eyes will be on Toronto, where Gavin McKenna could make his NHL debut as the Canadiens visit the Maple Leafs. In NHL signing news, multiple reports indicate the Winnipeg Jets have avoided arbitration, with Cole Perfetti locking up the 24-year-old to a 5-year deal worth $6 million per season. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings are making a change in their front office. Steve Yzerman is stepping away as general manager to become a senior advisor to Governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. He'll remain in the GM role until the club hires a replacement. And in the CFL, Alouettes linebacker Micah Awe is expected to have a disciplinary hearing after his hit on Stampeders quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. in last week's matchup. And Portland Trailblazers guard Damian Lillard turns 36 today. Happy birthday, Dame Time. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why we're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com. More of the Reid Wilkins Show on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Justin Rankin, man. I mean, just unbelievable. He has to be in the MOP conversation.
I would argue that right now he's the front runner just based on what he's doing, from being on pace for 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving. Now he has to keep it up, and he's going to have an otherworldly season.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Tonight on Will It Store, one man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Okay, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. PlayAlberta.ca/EST is a interesting little website you might want to visit. And what is Jay's play of the day again?
Any Englishman to win the Open Championship this weekend. It's coming to you from the Royal Birkdale, okay, the west coast of England. Boosted to plus 370, Reid. Any Englishman.
Oh, wow. Any Englishman.
Any Englishman.
Interesting.
In the reaction to the Ross Ongaro interview, he was fantastic, by the way.
And this is going to be buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Dr. John says, we have several of those players. I believe he's alluding to former high-level soccer players. Okay. A couple of problems, though, are a chunk of these coaching positions aren't paid until you get to a certain level in a club, and they take a lot of time and preparation on and off the pitch. Second problem is dealing with parents. Parents can be awful, and a lot of these former higher players get fed up with them and quit. Parents, sure. Yeah, I could see that absolutely being a problem. Now, the other thing, though, is this whole, do you need to be paid? I can tell you from firsthand experience, I went back to my former junior football club, the Edmonton Wildcats, and I was the vice president or the president of football operations for them for 3 seasons. Didn't get paid a dime. Okay?
Right.
That's not why I did that. The reason I did that is because I wanted to help. I wanted to be a positive reinforcement for that coaching staff, for everybody in that building, and give back to something that gave me so much in my life.
Right.
That, I think, is what you would hope to see. Now, I understand it's different for everybody, but I think there's a lot of high-level athletes that give back in the form of volunteering their time.
Right.
So I'm not sure, if that is a major roadblock. If it is, I guess everybody's different, and everybody does and coaches and gives back to a sport they played in different ways.
Right. Yeah, I thought Ross was really interesting. I know you got a couple other texts, and I know a lot of people are, parents or have gone through playing stuff. Like I as I always say, I'm removed from this because I don't have kids, so I can't tell you what it's like in minor sports or opportunities for higher end players versus, house league type players or people who are like really, really good but not excellent. And I know costs can be prohibitive. I mean, we have, like free footy, or now it's free play, I guess.
Right.
There are ways to get kids involved, but yeah, identifying and developing the high end players, I guess, is what we're talking about. In hockey, but this is what I think Dr. John makes a good point, but our former colleague Sean Bell played in the NHL, played pro in Europe, played major junior. Like, he's a coach, he coaches with Silent Ice, right? Like I mentioned Jason Chimera, because he's got teen kids. He would coach you for, I don't know if Jason was paid for that. I think the volunteer coach was an ex-NHL player. So how does that help every kid on the team?
But here's the thing, and I'll give another example, Reid, is that if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're questioning the coach and you think you can do better, be a coach. Do it. Okay? Because I know in instances you see your kid being coached and you're like, oh man, I get it. The person's volunteering their time. And nobody else would put their hand. That's why I coach flag football, right? Because I think I can do it pretty damn good. And I can help kids get better at football.
Right.
My wife coaches 3 different basketball teams. Now, it's because our kids play it, but she feels like she gives them the best opportunity to learn and get better. None of that is paid. I mean, the greatest, I guess, outcome is that at the end of the year, those kids have improved. That is a tremendous feeling, is that you helped in kids getting better at a sport.
Right. 780-218-9999 is how you can get in touch. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget to go to rivercreeresort.com. Go on to entertainment, click upcoming shows. Collective Soul, July 28th. Street Heart and Lee Aaron on Thursday, July 30th. What else is coming? A whole bunch of stuff in August, including a Elvis Presley tribute on the 16th.
Thank you.
rivercreeresort.com and the inbox 780-218-9999. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'm not going to give every single result. The round of 16 is set for the off-topic topic.
We're already cutting this tournament in
I got to get going here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, all right. Group A.
Who came out?
Windermere and Hazeldean.
Oh.
No, pardon me. Windermere and Oliver. Windermere and Oliver. Oliver over Hazeldean on goal differential.
So the Hazeldean Skunks are out and the Macaulay Mischief?
I'm not. We got third place teams that are going through as well. Group B, the automatic qualifiers, Mill Woods and Rundle Park.
Makes sense.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Then ChatGPT corrected itself. Rundle Park first, Mill Woods second.
Okay.
Group C, Rio Terrace and Bonnie Doon.
Castle Down Kings.
Group D, hang on. Group D, Riverbend and Griesbach. Group E, Gold Bar and Ritchie. The Gold Bar Bullion and the Ritchie Riches.
That Bullion is a strong team.
Yeah, that is.
Group F, the Limburn Flames and the Glenora Gassers. Okay, the third place teams who advanced are, hang on, I got to find it now. Clairview.
Clairview gets it done.
Strathcona.
Oh, boy.
The Downtown Darkness. And the Hazeldean Skunks.
Oh, the Hazeldean Skunks.
So the Castledown Kings and the Cromdale Cronies do not make it.
Wow.
And then all the other teams, Jay, would have been fourth in their pool. So also eliminated are the Chappelle Daves, the Highland Hooligans, the Otwell Otters, the Beverly Historians, the Duggan Dragons, and the Macaulay Mischief. They did not win a game.
The Cromdale Cronies got in?
Yeah, the Cronies. Where were the Cronies? I have too much information here now. Try running this tournament.
The Cromdale Cronies, I think, are out.
Where are they?
That's 17.
Yeah, they would be out.
Where did I miss the Cromdale? What pool are they in?
Group D.
Yep.
They were third.
But didn't make.
Where's the ranking of the third? Yeah, Castle Downs and Cromdale were the two third place teams that didn't do well enough to advance. Okay?
Okay. So what are the matchups?
So here's the eliminated teams: Castle Downs, Cromdale, Macaulay, Duggan, Beverly, Otwell, Highland, and Chappelle. The round of 16 matchups are Windermere against the Downtown Darkness at Commonwealth, Rundle Park Wildmen against the Hazeldean Skunks at the JP Bowl, the Rio Terrace Ramblers against the Clearview Cadillacs at Clark Stadium, the Riverbend Cash against the Strathcona Crawlers, also at Commonwealth. It's getting a couple of these games. Gold Bar Bullion against the Greasebog Gators at Westmount. That's E1 against D2 if you're scoring at home.
That's a matchup.
The Limburn Flames against the Bonnie Doon Loons. They're going to play at the Millwoods Park Turf. Strathcona Athletic Park will host 2 second-place teams, Oliver Stones and the Glenora Gassers. Oh, and those neighborhoods are adjacent, are they not?
Yeah. Oliver and Glenora, they are.
Yeah, that's a rivalry right there.
They're and it's separated by a creek.
And at Footfield, the Millwoods Marauders and the Richie Riches. That's B2 against E2.
So we should probably if somebody's just tuning in now,
they're like, what is going on?
The off-topic topic for William Huff was the Edmonton Neighborhood World Cup. So we had suggestions from listeners earlier. We made 6 groups. So we had 24 teams. Now we've put it to ChatGPT. It's to get to the knockout stage. So that's where we're currently at.
Okay. 780-218-9999. We got the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel coming up. Wagon Wednesday at 5:20 with Greg Buchanan. Here's Benny.
Argentina is off to the World Cup final after erasing an early deficit to beat England 2-1 in the semifinals. They'll meet Spain in Sunday's championship match with kickoff set for 1 p.m. The NHL has released its opening night schedule featuring 5 games on Tuesday, September 29th. The Oilers open the season at home against the Canucks. The Hurricanes will raise their Stanley Cup banner before hosting the Panthers. And all eyes will be on Toronto, where Gavin McKenna can make his NHL debut as the Canadiens visit the Maple Leafs. In NHL signing news, multiple reports indicate the Winnipeg Jets have avoided arbitration, with Cole Perfetti locking up the 24-year-old to a 5-year deal worth $6 million per season. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings are making a change in the front office. Steve Yzerman is stepping away as general manager to become senior advisor to Governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. He'll remain in the GM role until the club hires a replacement. And in the CFL, Alouettes linebacker Micah Awe is expected to have a disciplinary hearing after his hit on Stampeders quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. in last week's matchups. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. The Edmonton Elks Dog Days of Summer on Friday, presented by ATCO Energy. Lock in your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. Or the Reid Wilkins Show on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Drake, let's say, just for now. Convince him, we'll get you the halftime show. We're going to pay for it. But Coob and Clausen are with you.
Yeah,
they get to be featured.
They get to be featured.
And they get their own, they get
All
at
gas,
least
no
the
breaks.
song, All Gas No Break themselves. You're off the stage for that moment. But Drake, we're going to pay for you to be at the halftime show.
No, I'd be wearing his OVO chain. He'd have to be right beside me.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Tonight on Will It Store? One man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
2 guys and a goalie.
Best possible energy line that the Oilers could build.
It's funny because I heard you guys talking about it, and someone said, McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman, they provide a lot of energy. I know what we're saying in the type of realm. Well, you have to have Doc on there, first of all.
Doc.
He's been the most aggressive.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey, calling all baseball fans, don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd at Remax Field. Hear stories from former Toronto Blue Jay and former Edmonton Trapper, Devon White. Remember this guy? He was awesome.
Devo.
Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca, and we'll see you at the park. We'll have to get more on this on Monday when we're there. We're hoping to have Randy Gregg on the show. Jay and I are going to be broadcasting from the William Huff Suite from 3 to 6. And
at the old ballpark.
And then we're going to stay for the game.
Remax Field.
Yeah, good old Remax Field. So that's pretty fun. Riverhawksfoundation.ca to find out more about that. That's really cool. Devon White is coming to town. Okay, quickly here, because we got to keep this moving. Here is what happened in the off-topic topic. I guess it's the William Huff Cup.
Of course. So Windermere
quarterfinals.
Nowheres. Okay,
Windermere beat downtown 3-1.
Okay.
Rundle Park over Hazeldean 2-0. Rio Terrace over Clairview 1-0.
Ooh, tight one.
The Riverbend Cash over the Strathcona Crawlers 2-1. 82nd minute winner. They did a little recap for each game. After extra time, Gold Bar Bullion over the Griesbach Gators 2-1. Winning goal in the 112th minute. The Lindburn Flames over the Bonnie Doon Loons 1-0. The Oliver Stones beat the Glenora Gassers 2-1 in what ChatGTP called the most entertaining match of the round with end-to-end action. And the Millwoods Marauders beat the Richie Riches 3-2.
I said earlier, watch out for that Millwoods squad.
89th minute. So the quarterfinals, Windermere against Rundle Park at Footfield.
Mm-hmm.
Rio Terrace versus Riverbend at Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Gold Bar Bullion versus Lindburn Flames at the JP Bowl. And the Oliver Stones against the Millwood Marauders at Commonwealth Stadium.
Wow.
Rio Terrace has not allowed a goal since the opening match of the tournament. This might be the weirdest thing that's ever happened.
Rio Terrace is the Spain
They're
of the William Huff Cup.
Dominant. Just dominant. All right. Let's get to the Oil Understood, presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. Wednesday, September 29th, the Oilers will start the regular season. Yeah, so with only 4 preseason games. What training camp's going to be September 16th. That's the likely start. We got a little bit of info from the Oilers today. Let me double check that. Expected to be rookie camp September 11th to 15th. Main camp starting September 16th. The preseason schedule's already out, or don't they just play Calgary and Winnipeg, or who was it?
I think so, yeah.
You can tell I'm not too excited about the preseason. Actually, on July 15th, I'm not that excited about the regular season either, but I will be once we get there. Main camp September 16th. So the first regular season game is at home against Vancouver, 8 o'clock on Wednesday the 29th. And then we know that they're in Vancouver on Friday, October 1st, because they announced the home openers, and that's Vancouver's home opener.
There you go.
You like the home and home to start the regular season. I hate it.
Really?
Show me a different team. I don't need half the season series against the Canucks is done after 2 of the 84 games.
Off the top of my head, do you remember the last time these two teams had a home and home?
At any point in the season?
No, at the start of the season.
A home and home with the Canucks?
Yes. It may not have been a home and home, actually.
Well,
doesn't it usually happen with Calgary?
The pandemic year, it was Vancouver at Edmonton for, I think, 2 straight games. January of 2021 or no?
Off the top of my head, I think it was a 22 or 23 season. They started Jack Campbell in Vancouver for their home opener, got pounded, came home, played Vancouver for the Oilers home opener, I believe. Or maybe there's a game in between.
Oh, when they lost 8-1.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the year. That was 23-24.
Got fired.
Was that a home and home?
I think so.
Oh, you might be right. I can't believe I forgot that.
That's off the top of my head. Maybe there was a game in between, but
no, I think you're right, Benny. God, you're smart. Yeah, Edmonton won at Vancouver 8 on October 11th, and then on October 14th, Vancouver 4 at Edmonton 3.
Edmonton came out that game 2-0. Draisaitl scored the first goal, and then Vancouver took over, and it was a dreadful game.
Right, and then they went to Nashville and won 6-1.
Yeah,
lost in Philly, lost to the Jets in overtime. Yeah, that was tough.
Well, I'll tell you who's excited about that schedule. Mike Babcock. Starting off his tenure as the Oilers, potentially 2-0.
Mike Babcock's very excited that Mike Babcock gets to get going here.
Benny, I'm embarrassed. That was just 3. That was 3 years ago. They had a home and home against Vancouver to start the season. I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, it didn't go very well for Edmonton.
24-25. They lost 6-0 to the Jets because they got pounded in back-to-back. Well, that was the year they started with a 4-game homestand and started 0-3.
Yeah, I was at that game against the Jets. That was an embarrassment. We left after the second period.
Yeah, they lost 6-0 to Winnipeg, 5-2 to Chicago, 4-1 to Calgary, and then came from behind, I believe, to beat Philly 4-3 in overtime.
Yep, that's the game that Draisaitl got sat, I believe.
For a couple shifts, yeah. And then last year's season opener was the 4-3 shootout loss to Calgary. Blew a 3-0 lead.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
Mangiapane was the first goal
of the
scorer.
year.
Yeah.
And then they beat Vancouver 3-1, went into New York and won 2-0, and everything looked fine.
That was that the game that Stuart Skinner stood on his head?
Skinner was very good against the Rangers, and didn't Trent Frederick score on a breakaway?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back to 2021 when they only played 56 games, because I think they started with 2 home games against the Canucks. And then maybe Montreal came in, or the Jets, and they lost both. Because remember, they just played the same teams over and over again, right? That was January. Vancouver, they lost 5-3, beat Vancouver 5-2, and then lost to the Habs 5-1 and 3-1.
Right.
Because they were a lot of double headers, sometimes even triple headers that year. Okay. Steve Yzerman's no longer the GM of the Detroit Red Wings. Man, he really turned around his old club, didn't he? I mean, we had it here 10 years without the playoffs. The Detroit Red Wings have been out of the playoffs 10 consecutive years. And many of those years, like the Oilers in their decade of darkness, not close.
Yes. I mean, they should have made it, I think it was 2 years ago, but they collapsed near the end.
Yeah.
And I guess last year they were I think second in their division or something.
Huge collapse.
I think in February and fell apart there too. So they're Steve Yzerman. I mean, he was praised for everything he did in Tampa, and he was labeled the Yzer plan and everything, and that turned out to be pretty bad. I wonder if this is the case. I wonder if they're doing this to try to keep Dylan Larkin around. But I don't know. Maybe Larkin's already made up his mind. Stevie Y has not made some good decisions as Red Wings GM, and he's, I guess, paying the price for it by stepping back, I guess.
Yeah, in the last 2 months of the season this past year, the Red Wings went 7-11-4.
Yeah.
Who's the best GM
in the league
that was a former player?
Oh,
ever or now?
Let's say now.
Joe Sakic.
Right away, Joe
Sakic would be up there.
And Mike Greer's got to be up there now.
Sakic technically he's not the GM technically. That's McFarland. Actually, no, didn't he just leave?
It's Sakic.
It's Sakic? Okay. Billy
He's
G.
president of hockey operations and is currently serving as GM.
Yes,
as well.
he's filling in for who just left.
Yeah, I think Guerin has done a good job. He's been there a while now, 7 years.
Yeah.
Though I guess they haven't made it. Have they? They've been played in the West Final.
No. It's been multiple second round exits and first round exits.
Would you say Briere is doing a good job in Philadelphia?
He has surprised me. That's for sure.
I said Mike Grier because I think he's made some very strategic moves and bolstered a lot of. I mean, you saw what they did with the draft, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Won the draft.
They're an up and coming team because of Mike Grier. I feel.
Yes. Well, I mean,
sorry.
Celebrini fell right into his lap, right?
Yeah.
Sure, you need a bit of luck. I think that the Oilers had that too.
Will Smith was a good pick. I think they knocked it out of the park with this draft. They've brought up some good veteran guys. I mean, a lot of people are pissed off about Darnell Nurse and Trouba being on the back end there, and they're paying them all that money. But I think if you're Mike Grier, you have the cap space right now, and they need veteran defensemen there.
I mean, look, I think there's actually an obvious answer to this. Of the current GMs, okay, and we're only looking at players who played pro hockey.
Okay.
So that's about 2/3 of the current GMs.
Yeah.
Like Stan Bowman we're not counting.
No, Eric Tolsky does not count.
Kelly McCrimmon doesn't count.
Yeah.
I actually think this is an easy pick. It's Jim Nill.
Okay, yeah.
Dallas Stars GM since April of 2013.
Yeah, I mean,
they've been in the Cup final. They've been to West Finals.
His drafting's been incredible.
I mean, yeah, they haven't won the Cup, but they're always
right there
in the conversation.
But does that not winning the Cup though, Reid?
Is
that? Yeah, that doesn't. That's why I thought Sakic was
the GM when Colorado won.
Yeah,
I was trying to think of who was the last player GM to win the Stanley Cup.
Colorado's
Bill Zito's not won.
They've
right?
been around it a long time, and they've won the Cup.
Yeah, because Florida, Bill Zito's not a former player. Tulsky's not a former player. Who's before that?
Bill Zito's an actor. He was in The Mummy.
Jeez. Kelly McCrimmon over in Vegas is a former player. So I guess the last one was Sakic. Is Brisebois for Tampa would have. So
see, they have him as none for pro career
for Brisebois
for playing.
Interesting,
because he didn't play in the NHL.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Then I guess Sakic's one of the only as of late.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jim Nill is a darn good GM.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. And I mean, he has a benefit of playing in Dallas, right? The no state tax and all that stuff that helps him. But the drafting, I think it was in one draft, he got Heiskanen, Robertson, and Ottinger, I think is the one draft. He got all three of those players. The Wyatt Johnston pick late in the first round was ridiculous. Like he's done some great drafting, and then on top of that, he's brought in Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah.
This
is an interesting question. Like, do you count Ken Holland? He played 4 NHL games.
Even if he played for 5 years,
would you play in the AHL for a long time?
Would you count him? He wouldn't be in the conversation.
No. Although I defend him for what he did.
But having
here in
pro experience, like Ross Ongaro was talking about, you know the lay of the land, even if you weren't in the NHL.
I guess recency bias would say he's not, but I mean he did have some good years.
He was in Detroit there for a while, and
maybe
took Edmonton to a Cup final.
But I got a lot of time for Jim Nill. By the way, wasn't he under Holland in Detroit?
I believe so.
Holland's got a tree. He's got a GM tree.
Holland walked so Nill can run.
Anyway, just on the Red Wings, are they?
Yeah, I'm just thinking
on the verge of turning it around.
No,
you think they're going to miss the playoffs again?
I think they will.
Who's the next GM there?
Horkoff?
No, that'd be cool.
Could be Sean Horkoff.
They got to make some right decisions here. I mean, they have a solid group of young players and like Raymond and Sider and I don't think the Brinkat's too old still or any of that stuff. But if you're trading Larkin, man, that's your piece. Like that's it depends who you bring back. But I still don't think that East. I believe they're in the Atlantic Division, and that division is the best division in hockey. So I don't like their chances of making it in. They're gonna miss. Like it's gonna be tough for a lot of those teams to make it.
780-218-9999 is how you text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Remember to check out the River Cree mobile app. It's free to download, get exclusive offers and promotions, get show tickets, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it's easy to use. What's the matter?
I'm just really...
What?
I think it is Ken Holland.
If you count someone that had... Okay.
I mean, just what he did in Detroit.
Well, yeah.
That was over 20 years.
Yep.
And he did take the Oilers or help with the Oilers to get to a Stanley Cup final.
He brought the Oilers to a Stanley Cup final and laid out the building blocks for Stan Bowman to walk in and not completely screw it up.
He fired Jim Hiller.
Yeah, that's all you care about. That's a big thumbs up.
All right, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Words of the day coming up. We'll give out the William Huff Cup for our Edmonton Neighborhood World Cup. I'll tell you who's in the semifinals when we get back. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 17th, Elks, Lions at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Dog Days of Summer presented by ATCO Energy. Bring your pup and watch the game in an exclusive section. Plus, find activities for your dog around the stadium. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron. On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring two of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Canada Soccer's men's national team for breaking new records, making history, and showing us Canada is a soccer nation. From local fields to the world stage, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Argentina is heading to the World Cup final after a 2-1 comeback victory over England in the semifinals. They'll square off against Spain on Sunday with the World Cup trophy on the line at 1 p.m. The NHL's opening night schedule is officially set with 5 games kicking off this season On Tuesday, September 29th, the Oilers host the Canucks. The Hurricanes raise their Stanley Cup banner before taking on the Panthers, and Gavin McKenna can make his highly anticipated NHL debut when the Canadiens visit the Maple Leafs. In Winnipeg, the Jets have reportedly avoided arbitration by signing Cole Perfetti to a 5-year contract worth $6 million per season. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings have announced Steve Yzerman is transitioning from general manager to senior advisor for Governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. He'll continue as GM until the organization names a replacement. And in the CFL, Alouettes linebacker Micah Awe is facing a disciplinary hearing after his hit on Stampeders quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. during last week's game. Third hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. Welcome to the jungle. It's time to come alive. Get ready to be thunderstruck and top it all off with a big congratulations. What do these phrases have in common? They're the biggest concerts of the season. Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, AC/DC, Post Malone. So Post Malone and Jelly Roll got the big-ass stadium tour. For information on all the biggest shows at Commonwealth Stadium, go to edmonton.ca/Commonwealth. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.ca. So that's next weekend already.
Yes.
Isn't Coob going to one of those?
I believe so.
He's going to Post Malone.
He's going to Post Malone. Yes. And also Carter Faith. Who is Carter Faith?
I believe she's a country artist.
Okay. I did not even know if it was a man or a woman.
Well,
Carter could be either gender, could it not? Yeah.
Sure.
I don't
know. My
a
daughter
lot.
said she wants to see her. Like
Is
out
she
of
going?
Post Malone, Jelly Roll, and Carter Faith, that would mean the most to her. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
And fun fact.
What?
Stay tuned to the Reid Wilkins Show. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to have to play like Name That Tune or something.
Yeah. Well, maybe you guys can pick because I'm away Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, Benny boy!
Well,
so
look
you can
at
pick
that.
what we do Monday as well.
Okay, you can pick a Jelly Roll song, or I'll pick a Jelly Roll. You do a Post Malone song.
Okay.
And we'll play Name That Tune.
Oh.
And we're going to be giving away 3 sets or pairs of tickets. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to give away 3 sets of tickets for the Saturday, July 25th Post Malone, Jelly Roll, Carter Faith show.
Post Malone was like my junior high school top, like Mount Rushmore artist at that time.
Really?
Oh, I loved him. And then he turned country, and I'm like, I'm all right on country. It's okay. But his pop stuff and his
He
rap
had
stuff,
some help.
He did.
Sorry, I have no idea what we're
I'm reading a question in the Nasty Chat I want to get to. I'm sorry, and I zoned out. I got a lot on my plate today. I'm trying to host the show, trying to run a 24-team Chat GPT soccer tournament. Couple of board games I pre-ordered were supposed to be out today, and they're not, so I keep checking my email for that. That's a whole other schmozzle. Well, it's not a schmozzle. It's just slightly disappointing. And I try to listen to you guys.
Busy boy.
And react. Like, I'm surprised I can even do anything. Some stranger in the Nasty Chat says 76 days before the Oilers' first regular season game. All right.
Why did it make you?
Well, why are you counting down some stranger?
Maybe
do you not have other things? Do you not have other things in your life you can think about for the next 75 days?
He or she is excited. Don't take away some stranger -8's excitement.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, maybe he's not. Maybe I shouldn't put any emotion to that. Maybe he's just pointing out a fact.
It is a fact.
It's just like I could say there's pizza in the kitchen, and you could be like, Reid, why do you always eat pizza? And I could say,
but I'm
not. I'm just telling you.
I know, but
pizza
if you said there's pizza in the kitchen, I wouldn't go. All right. Not me.
All right. Reid Lowe, who is a past the pantry athlete of the week.
Yep.
Put this in the Nasty Chat. Says Reid and Jay, what is the reason the Oilers always play Vancouver to start the year? Feels like it's every year. Won't complain though. LOL, should be a win to start. Yeah, there's been a lot over the years. There's been a lot of Calgary and there's been a lot of Vancouver. You know what? In my folder, I have all the season openers, and I was silly, but I didn't bring it in. But it was Calgary last year. It was Winnipeg the year before.
Yes.
It was Vancouver the year before that.
Yep.
The first game ever at Rogers Place was Calgary. Generally, the Oilers start at home. I think 3/4 of their season openers have also been their home opener.
Yes.
For whatever reason, the Oilers' first game of the season is often at home, and their first game of the season is often Calgary or Vancouver. I'm trying to think of a year they played. Okay, so McDavid's first year, they went to St. Louis. That was the rare year they started away from home and started against the non-Pacific. Can you check the...
Yep.
Was that the 15-16 season? Didn't they start at St. Louis, at Nashville, at Dallas?
Oh, yes. That was Connor McDavid's debut in St. Louis where he didn't score.
I think the Oilers' only own goal was by Nugent Hopkins, and St. Louis literally won a face-off into their own net.
Correct. That was that. And then, I think it was their third game in was Dallas, and that was McDavid's
When he
tip-in goal.
scored.
Yeah.
I think they started 0-4, and they might have started with 4 road games.
Yes.
3 or 4 road games.
That is correct.
I will say this to Reid. The NHL, and I've talked to people about this over the years. I mean, I used to talk to John Shannon a lot. And if you go back and look at the schedules, there are trends from year to year. So they don't reinvent the wheel every year. There was a stretch, I think it was the last few years in Rexall Place and then the first few years in Rogers Place. Washington always came in the last week of October because there was something going on in their arena. So the NHL says, okay, let's get them out west for a week and a half. I mean, the Oilers always have that rodeo road trip in November, and even years the rodeo hasn't been in Edmonton, they've still often had a 4 or 5 game road trip early in November because the NHL was like, oh, okay, Edmonton went on the road last year. Can we do that? Okay, yeah, maybe it's not the same teams, but usually that time of year it's Buffalo, Boston, often that time of year. So I would say to Reid Lowe, I think they do try to schedule a bit of a rival for the home opener for the first games of the season. Again, regional rivals, and they also are basing this off past seasons. So they're not going to look at the schedule and be like, oh, let's send the Rangers out west at the start of the year because they never do that. No, they're probably going to send the Rangers out west at a time of year when the circus or whatever is at MSG or Billy Joel's doing a week of shows.
Now, it looks like Calgary and Seattle also start the season with the home and away.
Yes.
Or home and home series, sorry. So Calgary's home to Seattle, another regional, right?
Yeah.
Pacific Division opponent. October 1st, then Seattle's home openers versus Calgary, October 4th.
Right. What are you checking, Ben?
Nothing.
Were you? I thought you were checking
Ottawa
has the 16-17 Oilers. No, when was he drafted? 15-16.
15-16. Yeah. So it was the. They started off in St. Louis.
I'm going to say 3-1 loss. See if I can remember some of the scores.
So 15-16 schedule. All right. Why is it giving me?
Just go Oilers 15-16 season.
It's saying it started off with... Okay, yeah.
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought it started in St. Louis. Maybe it didn't.
It did.
3-1 loss?
3-1 loss, correct.
Okay, then was it at Nashville?
At Nashville, October 10th.
5-2 loss.
There was a 2 in the score.
2-0 loss.
Correct.
Then at Dallas?
At Dallas.
Wasn't that was that a high scoring game?
No, not really.
4-2 loss.
4-2 loss.
And then did they come home or is there one more road game?
Then they went home to
Vancouver.
St. Louis Blues.
Oh, they played the Blues again and they lost.
They lost that one 4-2.
And then they hosted somebody else. So
they went back on the road.
But they won though, didn't they?
Yeah. They beat Calgary in Calgary. 5-2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then what was after that?
Vancouver. They went to Vancouver. Won in overtime, 2-1.
Okay.
Came home to the Red Wings and won 3-1. I remember that. I remember
what are we doing?
I remember that goal.
We're reflecting.
Connor McDavid scored a really nice goal on a feed from Pouliot, I believe. Broke in, had a break on Mrazek and walked him and scored.
Okay, right.
Forehand, backhand, forehand shot.
But this was still in the old building.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the last year in the old building.
Yeah.
Okay. The memories.
Good times. That was like when I really, really got into.
It's just when you were a boy. You were what, 8?
I was 12.
Okay, that's a good
12.
age to watch hockey.
I was watching that goal where McDavid scored against Columbus, that where he walked through everyone on his return from his injury.
I was sick and missed that game.
Really?
Yes.
My mom was right
One of the
beside me
few
on the
games
couch.
I missed.
And she was like, oh, like, has McDavid done anything yet? I'm like, nope, but he's looked really good. And as I was saying that, he was doing the one-hand toe drag, and I remember getting up and screaming around my living room.
Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't already. We try to get to 100 every show. Let's rally for this right now. Here is the quarterfinal results.
Oh, boy.
For the off-topic topic presented by William Huff, our Edmonton Neighborhood World Cup. At Foot Field, the Windermere Nowheres knock out the Rundle Park Wildmen 2-1. At Clark Stadium, the Riverbend Cash beat the Rio Terrace Ramblers 1-0, 86th minute goal. At the JP Bowl, the Gold Bar Bullion and the Limburn Flames are tied 1-1 and go to penalties.
Oh my gosh.
Gold Bar advances 4-3 on penalties.
Wow.
And at Commonwealth Stadium,
Oliver wins.
Oliver jumps out to a 1-0 lead, but Mill Woods leads 2-1 at halftime and scores once again. Wow. Mill Woods 3, Oliver 1. The semis, Windermere against Riverbend at Foot, Gold Bar against Mill Woods at Clark.
Limburn.
We'll do the end in the final segment of the show.
Poor Limburn.
Okay? Wagon Wednesday with Greg Buchanan when we get back.
Argentina will play for the World Cup after rallying past England 2-1 in the semifinals. The championship match is now set. The Argentina taking on Spain this Sunday at 1 p.m. The NHL has finalized its opening night schedule with 5 games on tap for Tuesday, September 29th. The Oilers begin the season at home against the Canucks. The Hurricanes will raise their Stanley Cup banner before hosting the Panthers. And top prospect Gavin McKenna could make his NHL debut as the Canadiens visit the Maple Leafs. In Winnipeg, the Jets have reportedly reached an agreement with Cole Perfetti before arbitration, signing the 24-year-old to a 5-year deal with a $6 million cap hit. A front office shakeup in Detroit as Steve Yzerman is stepping aside as Red Wings general manager to become a senior advisor to Governor and CEO Chris Ilitch. He'll stay on as GM until the team hires his replacement. And in CFL news, Montreal Alouettes linebacker Micah Alway is scheduled for a disciplinary hearing after his hit on Calgary quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. in last week's contest. For the Reid Wilkins Show on the other side of the break, I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
The Edmonton Oilers home and opener has been announced. It'll be the 29th of September. And then they will also play in Vancouver because Vancouver's home opener was announced, and it will be the Oilers on the 1st of October. So it is a Vancouver-Edmonton home and home. The Oilers getting what should be nowhere close to a playoff team.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going, rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day. All weekend. All summer. The Canadian Brewhouse. Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Elks home to the Lions Friday at 7. We're going to have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold Countdown to Kickoff show with Jason Milne and Matthew Iwanek at 6 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Right now we have Wagon Wednesday presented by the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association and Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Feel the thunder at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Live horse racing, heart-pounding action, casino excitement, and great dining all in one place. Grab your friends and make your next night out unforgettable at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Visit today and bet on the excitement. I bet this guy is excited. It's our good buddy from the WPCA, Greg Buchanan, checking in. Buck, how are you doing?
Not bad. Can you hear me?
Yes, your audio's working today. Incredible.
That's awesome, guys. Week off for everybody after the marathon that is the Calgary Stampede. So even a week off for this dude.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm home in Lloydminster.
In your backyard, by the looks of it?
Yeah, I got in the backyard doing a little barbecuing with the boys coming over, my son. So it's I haven't seen the two boys there for a while. So yeah, it's good.
Okay. Well, thanks for making time for us. Tell us about the Dash for Cash at the Rangeland Derby.
You know what? So it's Jason Glass coming off 3, Jamie Labick. So they picked the barrels before, right? And a lot of times when you pick the barrels, you're going to go off barrel number 1. It's called the money barrel, and that's the closest one to the rail. So everybody was kind of surprised that Jamie went with barrel number 2, with Chance Fegan then getting the second pick, and he got barrel number 1, and Jason Glass off 3. And how it unfolded, it was perfect for Jamie Labicane. It comes off 2 barrels very well. Chance Fegan clips the top of barrel number 1. That goes down, so he's out. So it's Jamie Labicane and Jason Glass, and Jason didn't even come close. So it was Jamie Labicane coming down the home stretch. And Reid, you know me, Jamie and I and that family, and when you were here, the Labicanes are very tight-knit family and very close to everybody in this area. And to see the emotion from Jamie Labicane when he crossed the finishing line was incredible. He's a very reserved kind of guy and couldn't swear if he had mud in his mouth, right? So, and the expression and everything that came through it, and the great on the stage, he gets his $50,000 check, he gets a new truck, and he gave all the credit to his family, which and he shares it with them. So that's a pretty special moment.
Okay, I just want to recap here because Brian's the dad, and he was an excellent CPCA driver, and was Jamie
6-time Canadian champion. Yeah.
So when I was there, I think Jamie was an outrider who then became a driver. Is that right? Because he was a teenager, correct, yeah. I think, when I started in Lloyd.
Yeah, he was very young. He started outriding when he was 15. So before he could even drive, he was an outrider.
Right.
That's usually how it works out. Like I had Wyatt Dick on there on Thursday, and you got to realize he turned 16, and you couldn't outride until you're 6. Outriding on the track in Chuck Wagons was at the Calgary Stampede. First ever. So that's a pretty cool moment for Wyatt, and then talking to him last Thursday. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Greg Buchanan from the WPCA for Wagon Wednesday joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Did I see this right? Like Jamie Labicane went the whole 10 days without one penalty?
He had one penalty. He had one second penalty. Now, the guy that didn't have any penalties was Meadow Lake's Logan Gorse. And for its Safe Driver Award, he wins $30,000.
Oh, jeez.
So keep in mind, the champion driver wins $50,000, safe driver gets 30. It's not a bad gig.
No,
so
yeah, no kidding.
Not a bad payout.
I'm sorry, guys. I have no horses in my backyard, so I don't have stick here with me and mugging up to the camera. So I have
that's
a cat
okay.
that's annoying.
That's amazing. That's okay.
I don't think you want to see the cat, right? So yeah.
So Bucky, obviously the Calgary Stampede goes from the July 3rd to July 12th, but there's also an event up at TP Creek, the TP Creek Stampede that goes from July 10th to 12th. Those two events overlap. So how do guys decide, which event they're going into? Or do they know that prior, or is it dependent on how things go at the Stampede, at the Calgary Stampede?
So the Calgary Stampede is strictly invitation. Okay. So everybody kind of knows where they get the invitation in October. So they'll know where they're going to be in July at that time. So TP Creek gives an opportunity for drivers that are at the Calgary Stampede a chance to run their horses. So it's a short track. It's a short show, but it gets guys air in the lungs of the horses instead of sitting for 2 weeks. Right. And at the same time, the weekend before that, there is the same kind of event at Poundmaker, Saskatchewan, just down the road from Lloydminster. And it involves not just, and even at TP Creek, it involves just not WPCA drivers, involves Canadian professional chuck wagon drivers too.
So does the WPCA choose this week to take a week off? Because your next event isn't until July 23rd at High River, the Battle of the Foothills. Did they take this week off because of the grueling 10-day run that happens with the Stampede?
I'm glad they do. Because it takes a lot out of even the radio guy, right? So it's a gruel, it's a marathon, and it's tasking on everybody. And the thing is, we don't talk about, it's tasking on the barn crew too, because the barn crew does so much to get those horses ready each and every night, and everybody needs a break. And trust me, there's some people who needed a break about day number 4 in Calgary. So it's nice to have a bit of a break. You go to High River next weekend for a 4-day show there. And a lot of people are looking forward to. And a lot of guys, I try to get hold of a few people to see in this area, getting a hold of me, Greg, and jumping in. You're gonna have to jump in a boat and go fishing with me. And I never sent this. I'm not a fishing guy. It's like why do we sit here for 3 hours and not get anything? I don't get the logic. I'll just go to the grocery store and buy one. So
maybe you're doing it wrong, Bucky. I mean, have you thought about bringing a cooler?
That could help. Yeah, I think that would help.
Now, what's up? Sorry, what's going on with your hat? Are you a Cowboys fan?
Don't tell anybody.
How long has this been?
It's been a while. So I grew up in Regina. I was more of a Minnesota Vikings fan. Dad took us to a few Vikings games back in the day. So I saw, and this dates me, I saw Frank Tarkenton play. So I'm 60, okay? And I can remember going to Minnesota Vikings games outside before they had the Metrodome.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's way back in the day. And I can remember going to a Vikings game. I don't think it was a playoff game, but it was in December. And just thought people were stupid to go and watch football in December. And we thought we got it right in the CFL. We only play until like late November, 3 weeks before there. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm an NFL guy. My son is a big NFL, or James, my oldest boy. He's a huge NFL guy. And U.S. college football, when he was a little kid, he would sit there all day Saturday and watch U.S. college football.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay.
I'm sorry. I wanted to circle back to the Stampede because we watch every go round. We tape it and then we'll watch every go round, usually at or during or after supper, and then that leads into the Rangeland Derby. Is it just keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year? I mean, that infield, they've got decks on top of party decks on top of party decks now. Is it just continue to grow, Bucky?
You got to make money. So they have a box. You guys may saw that in the infield. And everything in Calgary comes with a price. You go to the concession, $19 for a burger. I go to the concession, $12 for poutine, $8 for pop. So there's $30 just for a burger, poutine, and a pop. And the Sky Deck, it's $24 for a cocktail. So do the math on that. Take the Edmonton Sports Talk crew, go out for a steak sandwich, go out for a cocktail, and the cocktails are $24 a piece. Steak
Yeah, we'd never have cocktails though. What is this? I'm just wondering, Buck, what does this mean now for Jamie Labicane to have won the Rangeland Derby? Now for what he can get at the TARP auction next year, because Ray Crowder got over $500,000 this year. A lot of guys got over 200. But what does this mean now for Jamie for next year's TARP auction?
Well, yeah, it could mean that his price goes up, but Jamie's also a very loyal guy. Panorama.
Uh-oh. Buck's frozen. It's last year's TARP auction. Ray Crowder Jr. from Bar L5 Ranch. Sorry, Buck, you just froze, so I jumped in.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, what were you saying about Jamie Labicane? Like, will he likely stick with the same company? He was with Panorama this year? Okay, I think we gotta cut Buck back to his barbecue. But anyway, good recap of the Rangeland Derby. Jamie Labicane, yeah, I knew him when he was a teenager. Great footage. He does know how to swear. We can tell you that if you watch on his Instagram, him winning the race and his reaction right after, incredible. And yeah, if you knock over a barrel, for people who don't follow chuck wagon racing, you have to start with a figure 8 around the barrels. If you knock one over, you're done. It's a 10-second penalty. No, is it 5 or 10? I think missing a barrel's worse. Knocking it over, 5 seconds, you're done. You're not going to win. So once that happened, Jamie's off and running.
Well, yeah, Chance Vegan was on the one barrel, knocked it over, and you could see the way the Vegan rode the rest of that dash.
It's like, why get in the way?
He wasn't even, moving his reins at all.
There's a bit of sportsmanship there where it's like, I'm still going to try to beat them.
I think he even tried sticking tighter to the inside rail so Jason Glass could even make a move,
right?
Because he knew his dash for the cash was over. But yeah, if you want to see what it's like to sit on the back, and have the view from Jamie Labicane, Chuckwagon Jamie, that's the Instagram handle.
Yeah.
And I showed Reid the video that I saw after that, and he's very excited, to say the least, at the end of it. You can go to WPCA.com. You can click on the schedule and you'll see what's coming up. Next event is the Battle of the Foothills. That's July 23rd to 26th down in High River. You can get and watch all of these races right on that website, WPCA.com. Go to listen live or watch online.
This has been Wagon Wednesday for the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association, presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Feel the thunder at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Live horse racing, heart-pounding action, casino excitement, and great dining all in one place. Grab your friends and make your next night out unforgettable at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Visit today and bet on the excitement. Words of the day coming up. We're going to get fired up for Jemko and for Benny Thompson and his continued after-hours unsanctioned employment here at Edmonton Sports Talk. He's got an update first.
Argentina has earned a spot in the World Cup final after storming back to defeat England 2-1 in the semifinals. The stage is now set for a championship showdown with Spain on Sunday at 1 p.m. The NHL season opens with a 5-game slate on Tuesday, September 29th. The Oilers welcome the Canucks to Rogers Place. The Hurricanes will raise their Stanley Cup banner before hosting the Panthers, and Gavin McKenna could make his NHL debut when the Canadians visit the Maple Leafs. Around the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets have reportedly avoided arbitration, with Cole Perfetti signing the 24-year-old forward to a 5-year contract worth $30 million. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings are making a change in the front office. Steve Yzerman is moving into a senior advisor role with Governor and CEO Chris Ilitch, and will remain general manager until the club names his successor. And in the CFL, Alouettes linebacker Micah Awe is expected to face a disciplinary hearing after his hit on Stampeders quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. during last week's game. Final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show. After the break, I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
DJ Luther, wide receiver with the Edmonton Elks, joins us. How much are you enjoying the waggle?
I love it, man. It's such an advantage, man. The defense don't know where you're going. By the time you get to the line of scrimmage, you already got a 80% to 100% running start, man. The defense have to get back. They have to respect the speed. Yeah, man, I love the Waggle, man.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Get ready for another iconic evening of Canadian rock as the River Cree Resort and Casino presents Streetheart and Lee Aaron. On July 30th, get ready for a fist-pumping, anthem-filled show featuring two of the best acts to ever do it. Streetheart and Lee Aaron, July 30th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Ross Ongaro was on the show earlier. Great insight into the World Cup and Canadian soccer. So Argentina with another dramatic victory. They will play Spain for all the marbles. It'd be great if the trophy was actually they just got a bunch of marbles. Hey, you've won all the marbles. Here you go. The Elks will host the BC Lions at 7 o'clock on Friday. Commonwealth Stadium. We will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at 6 from the Commonwealth Rec Center with Jason Milne and Matthew Wannock. We're going to do our show from there 3 to 6 on Friday as well. And then you're on after the game as well for the post-game show, also presented by Commonwealth Stadium, as the Elks try to go to 5-1 on the season. Any Elks notes today you want to get to?
Well, yeah, the injury report did come out, and it's not that great, Reid.
Okay.
David Beard officially out for this game.
Oh, no.
Joe Robustelli, doubtful. He was full practice this week, but it looks like maybe he's re-aggravated that hamstring. And defensive lineman Jordan Williams is out for this game with an upper arm injury. So, hey, look, Reid, injuries happen.
Yep.
That's why you need to have the depth. That's why you need to have a player like Mark Cordy who can come in and fill the void of David Beard without really missing a beat.
Quick update from the EST Association.
Oh, what's going on? Okay.
I'm 0-6.
Oh, for fantasy.
I've scored 121 fewer points than the second last place team. My team, why is my team so terrible?
I'm 5-1.
My God. I should have a good team.
I've put up 594 fantasy points to your 364.
Like it's shocking how bad my team is. What is going on?
Got a big matchup against the Coob on the brink, man.
How do I set my lineup?
I picked up Drew Brown. I dropped Bo Levi. You're sleeping, Reid. You're asleep at the wheel.
I really am. I don't know. I think I'm getting... I think they're miscounting my points. Who does Peyton Logan play for? Why do I have an empty spot? This is not the team I set.
You're asleep at the wheel.
This is not the team I want to play. This is a ripoff. Why was I short a receiver? This doesn't make any sense. Yes, I want Nick Dembski in the lineup. Thank you very much.
Okay, so So it's the Windermere Nowheres.
Oh, yeah, we got to do this. Okay, yeah. By the way, we're fired up. We're fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Like, is Peyton Logan in the league? They don't even have him on a team. I'm quite upset. I don't understand what's happening. All right. Do you want to do Benny's thing first, or we'll do the semis?
Do the semis.
At Foot Field, the Riverbend Cash defeat the Windermere Nowheres 2-1. Tied at halftime, 83rd minute. Riverbend wins it at Clark Stadium.
Come on, Millwoods. Come on, Millwoods.
The Gold Bar Bullion are held off the score sheet by the Millwoods Marauders. Millwoods winning it 2-0, scoring twice in the final 25 minutes.
It's a wagon.
Well, they got the biggest population. All right, okay. I will simulate the third place match on the final while Benny... Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, go on.
I will simulate the third place match and the championship match.
Nobody cares about the third
Well,
place.
there is gonna be one. And Benny can tell us what's going on tonight.
What's happening, Benny?
Second edition of Benny at Night will be going down at 7 o'clock, so in about hour 15. I will be playing NHL again, so I didn't get the VR set up, but whatever. We'll continue the streak that I'm going on in NHL. 330 and 0.
0-0.
0-0. So 330 game win streak currently, and we're gonna try to see if we can get the 350 tonight.
20 games.
We need some quits. That's for sure. I don't plan on playing.
How are you going to play that many games?
Well, people usually quit when I go up early.
Don't they have an inkling of how good you are?
No, they don't. They can't tell until we get into the game.
Can't they tell by your ranking?
If they study the leaderboard, yeah, but they don't show you the record of the player before you get into the game or anything. If they are actively looking at the leaderboard before they go and play, they'll see me at 10, and then they'll go. And then if they match me, they'll leave. But if they haven't looked at the leaderboard at all, they'll have no clue. They'll just see a gamer tag. So yeah, that gets going at 7. I will be behind the desk for a little bit, shooting the breeze for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll switch over to the gaming setup. And I'm going to try to get 20 games done. We'll see how that goes. And so that'll be the second edition of Benny at Night.
All right. Third place match at Commonwealth Stadium. Windermere Nowheres 2, Gold Bar Bullion 1.
Okay.
I will now read you the Chat GPT summary of the championship match at Commonwealth between the Riverbend Cash and the Millwoods Marauders. A group of more than 20,000 filled Commonwealth Stadium for a warm July evening, creating the biggest atmosphere for the tournament. The final featured two of the competition's strongest sides. Riverbend, unbeaten throughout the tournament, against a dynamic Millwood squad that had scored 8 goals in its previous 3 knockout matches.
Wagon.
Millwood struck first in the 18th minute after a slick combination through the middle split Riverbend's defense. Riverbend responded before halftime, equalizing with a curling effort from just outside the penalty area that tucked neatly inside the far post.
There we go.
The second half was played at a frantic pace. Riverbend appeared to have won the championship in the 79th minute after converting a rebound following a brilliant save, but Millwoods refused to quit. With just 3 minutes remaining, the Marauders produced one final attack, sending a low cross through the 6-yard box that was calmly finished to force extra time. Extra time was tense and cautious. Riverbend nearly ended it in the 113th minute when a header struck the crossbar, while Millwood's goalkeeper made an outstanding diving save moments later to keep the match level. The championship would be decided by penalties.
Oh, my gosh.
Round 1, Riverbend, goal. Millwoods, goal.
Okay.
Round 2, Riverbend, goal. Millwoods, goal. Round 3, Riverbend, goal. Millwoods, goal.
There we go.
Round 4, Riverbend, goal. Millwoods, saved.
No! Is there 5 rounds or 4? Is that it?
No.
There's 5 rounds, right?
Round 5,
this is
Riverbend, goal. It's done.
Riverbend.
The Riverbend players rushed their goalkeeper after, this isn't totally accurate because they didn't win on a save, but they rushed their goalkeeper with supporters who had made the trip from Southwest Edmonton. After winning all 3 group matches and surviving a series of increasingly difficult knockout tests, Riverbend completed an unbeaten tournament to lift the inaugural William Huff Cup, the William Huff Neighborhood Cup.
Do you think in 4 years we'll remember that we did this and do it again?
I'm going to print it all up. I'm going to make a big package and sell it as a book.
That would be fun if Andre Prue was the ref. He'd be like, Riverbend penalty. Millwood Marauder penalty shot.
Pretty dramatic.
Boy, that
stuff.
was fun.
Went to penalties.
Matt Hyman in the chat says, of all the Reid Wilkins show with Jay Milne I've ever seen, this was certainly one of them.
This certainly was.
It certainly was.
Wonder how many people we alienated today. All right, let's get to our words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Check out epl.ca/locked library. They have an escape room adventure coming up in the library on Saturday, July 25th. This Sunday at K-Days, you get in free with your EPL card. Great deal.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
North
Did I break your
says perfect job
What
for
do
the
they got to
bookbinder.
say?
Say what
And I
again?
have a
Say
bookbinding
what
kit in the
again?
next
I
room.
dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you
It's
speak
bound.
it?
Oh, my
And you know
God.
what
Except
I'm
I've
saying.
run the printer out of ink today. Well, not just me. I contributed to it.
First word of the day, anti-vivisectionist. Anti-vivisectionist. This is Words of the Day, a Bootski edition number 45. The first word of the day, anti-vivisectionist.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
ANTIVIVISECTIONIST. Anti-vivisectionist.
Whoa!
So I believe, because I had a high school teacher who said when he studied biology at university, they were all given terminally ill dogs to care for and study, and then to learn more about the bodies, because dogs have a lot of organs that humans do. You vivisected your dog. You put them to sleep and cut them open while you were still alive. So an anti-vivisectionist would be against the process of vivisections for study.
Something's up.
ChatGPT helped him there.
I didn't.
This is bull crap.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the world you would.
Because I always remember that, because the teacher said it was heartbreaking to have to vivisect the dog.
This is scandalous, Reid
What's the
Wilkins.
definition?
This is scandalous.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I have worldly knowledge.
No, you don't have this specific of knowledge. My
Yes,
gosh.
I do. That's what a vivisection
One
is.
who opposes the performance of procedure. You son of a...
This is ridiculous.
Something's up.
No, there isn't. I know this.
One who opposes the performance of procedures or scientific experiments that involve cutting living animals.
Yes.
This guy.
Well, if you know what a
This guy is out of
vivisection is,
control. Like, there's no...
that's not that hard a word.
Anti-vivisectionist?
You're against. Well, anti means against. I know what a vivisection is, so therefore that's you're an anti-vivisectionist.
If you knew what a vivisection is,
I never thought I would rely on that knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, what a world
The teacher's name was honestly Mr. Dick. He passed away a few years ago, unfortunately.
And thank God he taught you
yes,
what a vivisectionist
that's all I remember
is.
from his classes. He would probably be happy.
Smokes, Reid. That might be the best word of the day.
Moment.
We should make that a category. Yeah. You'll win.
Moment of the year, baby.
Yeah, moment of the year. Second word of the day, nascent. Nascent.
We had this already. Didn't we?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if there's an I in it. I don't think there is. NASCENT.
Okay, you can go 4 for 4 here today in a very spectacular fashion.
And I believe this is like having a... oh, crap. It's sort of like having a skill or a knowledge. It's almost like having an intuitive knowledge or ability of how to do of a topic or how to do something.
Would you like it in a sentence?
Yes.
Online dating has gone from nascent idea to an established concept that helps millions of people find love.
Oh, then it's like a theory that is then put into practice. It's something. Okay, so it's like a theoretical concept. Oh crap.
Something in its early stages of development, just beginning to form, or only recently coming into existence.
I should have known that.
Hey, you took the top off with anti-vivisection.
Yeah, but I should have known nascent.
Wow.
It's like developing almost, right?
Yes.
I should have known that. Ben Schulman tomorrow to talk Blue Jays. We'll tee up the Elks and the Lions. The NHL schedule's coming out. We'll dissect that. On behalf of Ben Thompson and Jason Milne. Yeah, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a pleasant evening.